cables.
Oh, jeez. Right, let's see if anybody's in chat just yet. Looks like we got one person in here, a lurker by the name of Lurks, so that's appropriate. So I'm gonna
And
yeah just hang out for a sec.
I've sent the link to Alien Knight, so they should be dropping if they can.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, who was it who said that I should marathon all the X games? Was it you or Knight?
I didn't say marathon, but I did say that you have to play all of them.
Have you seen how I? Do you really want that?
Hey, you'll be good by the end of it.
To be honest, I today I was fucked up because like the game just doesn't save your fucking controller layout. So all the changes to the controller layout we made last stream were just gone, and I was forgetting to change them back.
Oh, great.
So yeah, I was stuck with like, you got an Xbox controller in your hand, right?
Yeah.
I was stuck with shooting on X and jumping on Y and dashing on B.
Wait. Oh, geez. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the default control scheme for that game.
That is nuts.
Yeah, so that and like yeah, hopefully the Joy-Cons are not the most comfortable controller to ever exist.
Right.
Hopefully the next game is better, but even still, like I'm taking the cables from my home and like doing Dead Space, when I get
All right, one sec. I'm
okay.
I'm trying to I'm trying to get my audio lowered here because the game decided to go back to like maximum audio volume, and
Oh, so I see
I
all Capcom games are being fucky about that today.
yeah I fucking I was just getting my fucking face blown out by the audio here. Also, it said that like the signed in like gamer profile doesn't have a save file, and do you want to create one, which has me worried.
Oh,
I'm concerned that it might have just like completely lost everything.
that would be weird because it didn't lose anything on me. Like I have all my stuff.
Okay, yeah, I completely fucking lost my progress for some reason. How about you go ahead and host, and I'll just like jump in with you, and you can just like select the chapter that we're starting at.
Okay, hey Pyro. This might be a problem
Uh huh.
because this shouldn't happen.
I mean, no, it shouldn't, but like, I think we can deal.
Okay, let's see, but yeah, that means, well, you wanted to play as Sheva, so you're gonna play as Sheva, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um, okay, we ended up on the, yeah, Marshlands chapter.
Yeah, yeah, right
I'm gonna
after the
go with,
turret.
yeah, I'm gonna go with normal. No attack reactions, thank you.
Yeah.
And, okay, let me fucking, how can I invite you? Is it just through Steam?
Yeah, I had to just go into the Steam overlay.
Yeah, I sent you a, the thing, English hard, language stupid, I don't think.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, just click that. I think it's working.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
here we
wait
go.
okay.
Loading.
So yeah, basically you're gonna have to get all your stuff to Sheva.
Uh,
So just like
um.
I had all my stuff on Chris.
Okay, so my inventory is currently a handgun and a first aid spray.
Wait, what? Why? Oh god, you lost everything.
Yeah, yeah, like it was like create new save data.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it might
I
actually
can't.
we might actually
I
have to
can't.
like actually start from the beginning in order to like not miss out on stuff.
Either that, or you have to find a 100% beat and save on the internet.
Hmm.
Cause like, not gonna lie, we played this game for like 3 hours last time.
We did, yeah. Okay, how do I get out of here? Like aside
Um,
from just like hitting ready, obviously. I mean, I guess I could just Alt F4 out of it.
I think you have to Alt F4.
All right.
So yeah, if you are just joining us, Nicole's game just fucked up and she lost all her progress.
Yeah, which is
What?
wonderful.
Amazing. I
Like that.
this is this is the roughest transition from Steam to game from Games for Windows 5 to Steam I have ever seen. Like no other game caused me so many problems.
Like
Um,
it's. It feels like the game is really fighting me on liking it, which is a shame because I actually did like really like that turret segment last time, and like it was making a good impression aside from like the aesthetic.
Nicole? Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I was I like cutting out there?
Yeah, you cut out, but like I got the sense of what you were saying. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is. I've never had so many problems with this. Uh, you have never played this game on PC before, right?
Correct. Well, I played it for like a very short chunk of time on my old PC. And I was like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't care for this.
there's no Games for Windows Live save file for you to import.
Correct.
Yeah, so we just have to find one online. They were saying awful shit in regards to you, Pyro, or in general. Okay, first off, I would propose you because I found like save locations, so maybe go there and see if the save even exists.
Right. Yeah, let me
It's
take a look at
apparently
that.
it's Steam user data, your Steam user ID number. You know what? I'm just gonna post it in the Discord so you
Yeah.
can see where it is apparently. So yeah, that's the location. Try to go into that folder and see like
Yeah, let me get that.
Uh, I mean, yeah, you know, before I came out as bi, one of my mutuals who I was very good friends with was like, yeah, there is no. I mean, I told this story to Nicole, but like, yeah, it's whenever that sort of stuff pops up, it always brings me back to it. He was like, there is no scientific evidence that not heterosexuality is not a mental illness.
Yeah, because that's how that works. You have to prove that
Yeah,
it isn't, not prove that it is.
yeah, it's science is what I say it is. Hey, Ellen, Nicole lost all of her safe data.
Okay, I'm not finding that 21690. Oh wait, there it is. Never mind. Uh, remote. Okay, yeah, there is a save data.bin here. Which version do I have? I think this is just the regular version, not the gold version.
I mean, the gold version is literally like there is no gold version on PC.
Well, the save data that I found was like once yeah, it's this save is for Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition and will not work with original without DLC's version. So
Oh, yeah? Oh
yeah,
man, that sucks.
but there's a link to like the original version too. So this should
How
work.
much how much are the DLCs for this game on Steam anyway? Oh, it's $15 US. It's funny because last week we also had a PC Gaming Live situation with this fucking game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, like it's not even like I don't even like I don't usually have like problems gaming on PC. It's just that this port sucks.
I mean, here's the thing, the port itself is good, like it's one of the better Capcom ports of the era. I don't know why the transition from games for Windows Live to Steam is so rough. Like that for whatever reason, ever since they did that, like everything fucks up. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable going into it, there's no problem. I just wanted to know if it was some awful, stupid takes in general or something regarding you specifically. Like,
Ah, fuck.
the the heterosexuality mental illness bit wasn't meant for me, but I was still like, dude, fuck you. That's stupid.
Okay, so save game should be in place now. Let me get chat popped back up here. Yeah, go ahead and host again.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the game again because I have to,
I'm gonna have to change my options again.
Oh yeah, that might the save data might affect that.
Yeah, it definitely did because this is not the right fucking resolution.
No, we are not talking about David Cage, and I don't want to go back to talking about David Cage. Please wait until I will be until there will be a gun pointed at my head telling me to play either any David Cage game or Life is Strange.
Resident Evil 5.
God, that's fucking loud.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it kept my audio settings, but like not on like the main screen before you get into the title menu.
Oh yeah, that's what the game does.
Yeah, that's
It's-
fucking obnoxious.
It's a weird one.
But anyway, yeah, I should be. Hopefully, I'll be all set up. Okay, take a look here at like costume options. Yeah, none of those are showing up, so I'm not 100% sure if it actually has like the stuff that the save is supposed to have, but we'll see.
Go into straight up chapter select and see how many chapters you have unlocked.
None. Okay, so this did not work.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck it. At this point, I feel like it's more worth it to just replay the game than to like keep fucking around with save data shit.
You know what? Do one thing. Do one more thing, and if not, we're gonna replay the game.
All right.
From the there should be an option somewhere that's like import games for Windows Live stuff. I'm trying to. Oh yeah. Where was that thing? Was it options? Yeah, it's an option.
Resident
Okay.
Evil
And like
5.
import Windows Live profile. And let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything is because I've never had games for Windows Live on any of my PCs. It's just grayed out.
Okay, well, guess we're restarting the fucking video game, y'all.
I mean, honestly, like I find like replaying a chunk of a game more fun than fucking around with like save data shit anyway.
No, it's okay. I mean, I like this game, and we can have some fun with it. It's just this better this better not be a constant occurrence because otherwise, yeah.
I mean, yeah, if we come back next Sunday and it's deleted my save data again, then like we're just not gonna finish Resident Evil 5. We'll move on to 6.
Yeah. Honestly, you should probably put that game up like tomorrow and see if it has your save.
That's a good idea, yeah. There, yeah, go ahead and get the lobby set up and whatnot, and I'll just join in with you.
Okay. So you want me to go from chapter 1, right?
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
go from chapter 3, but yeah, you're not gonna have your stuff.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a pretty significant handicap.
You know what? You wanna just go on the amateur difficulty for the stuff we've already played?
No, I'm fine with doing normal. Like I'd rather like play it again at like a fun difficulty level than play it again at like a brain dead difficulty level.
Sure. Oh yeah, that's great, Pyro. Did you end up going to the shopping thingy you were supposed to go to?
Oh yeah, she messaged me last week saying that she did get to go thrift shopping, which is good.
Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, I sent you an invite and it should reorganize us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some in my personal use outside of work fuckery, which made me really depressed for 2 days. I've read on some website that apparently there's gonna be a shipment of PlayStation 5s to Poland, which is obviously very good. Apparently they're gonna be more like day one and even more before Christmas. So hopefully I'll be able to get one. Okay, I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Don't go into the oven again, Nicole.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't.
So hopefully I'll be able to get a PS5 and I don't know, play Miles Morales or something.
Oh yeah, we can just go ahead and skip the cutscenes.
Sure. Oh, I'm glad you literally managed to get a dress that you wanted.
A lot of
Yeah.
a lot of women's clothing is just made out of like nicer feeling material than men's clothing.
Yeah, have
Oh
yet
shit,
to
one sec, I gotta fuck with my control settings.
Sure.
Yes.
There we go.
I have yet to try it myself, so Also, you probably skipped this. Please ignore those fucking 5 guys just beating the shit out of that moving sack over here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem.
It's not important whatsoever. By the way, the cutscene with the town just, getting completely emptied, like, it feels like they wanted to go for a where's everybody going bingo, but just did it for some reason.
Good, you're both here. Come.
Gladly.
Liam O'Brien telling you to come.
Your way. The operation's already started.
Wait, we both equipped our... Okay, I thought it was gonna force me to pick up the gun that was in the thing.
Yeah, I forgot that we actually already had our shit set up in the fucking, inventory management bit.
Yeah, it's... Man, if this game deletes your save data again, I straight up don't know what to do other than, I don't know, send you my save data.
Don't worry. I may not be as good.
I mean, like I said, if it does it again, then like I'm just not gonna fuck with it anymore, and we'll skip to RE6. I might pick up RE5 and like run through it with somebody on PS4 at some point.
I mean, I have the PS4 copy if you wanna.
But yeah, if it continues to like be a problem, then I'm probably not gonna bother streaming it, cause fuck it.
You take the green herb over here.
Oh.
I don't need it. Yeah, Ellie says that, like, if you look carefully, you can see a guy getting dragged off with an implication of them being put in the sack. So it's like, don't worry about it.
He's getting put in the cuck sack.
Yeah, and beaten to death.
Dragon Knight says, when is the Steam sale going to happen? He has a knife ready for what? Is Dragon Knight a he? I didn't even think about it.
It's a he.
Okay, yeah, he has a knife ready for Wolf.
I'm sorry, it's a he. It sounded badly.
Yeah, he's got a knife ready for you, Wolf.
I mean, he has a knife ready for me like every week. Like, you're talking about the guy who wants to get me a copy of Mighty Number 9, even though I already own that game on PS4, but I guess. And also wants me to stream Mega Man X6 and DMC2, which is like, I don't know what I did to him. I apologize. I think the Black Friday sale is next week. I think. Hold on. Since I got a shit ton of ammo, I might try to kill these guys.
Hmm.
Oh, I have the stun rod, so it should help us. But like, I don't know if there's anything for beating all of them. You can just like, you know, kind of support me.
Right. God.
The stun rod is not an ideal weapon, but it's way better. It also doesn't waste ammo, because like,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine how many bullets I would have to waste on these fuckers.
Ow.
Okay, can you heal us?
Yeah, right here. Oh shit, we got a fucking spam bot in the chat.
Is it bigfollows.com again?
Yeah,
Man, these guys love you.
apparently. I don't much care for them.
Oh, come on, give them a chance. Do the thing that Moth was talking about on the latest episode of We Hate Anime podcast.
Oh, I haven't
Podcast
heard that
gets you-
episode yet.
Okay, you should. Moth has like a story to tell.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they upload on Saturdays, and I listen to podcasts at work, so I hear it the following Monday.
Yeah, I get you.
I think there's just an unending mass of them because there are more jumping in.
Yeah, or there might just be a actual shit ton of them. Like, I forget if there's a reward for killing these guys. Knight, you
Yeah,
have
come
a
over here.
problem.
Oh.
Like,
Also, yes,
You know-
Dragon Knight, that is a bot. I'll actually let me go ahead and ban it now.
sure. There's a red herb here for you.
There we go.
There's a red herb over here.
Nice. Also, let me go ahead and
Are you okay?
do that.
Thanks.
Come on.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know, you pick the ammo, I don't need it. I don't know why you keep fucking talking about X6, just don't play that game, we're not damn video games. You don't need to play fucking Mega Man X6 on your sex box.
I still can't fucking believe that he actually that he actually like just will play Mighty Number 9 on every single thing it comes out on, despite how fucking bad that game is.
I mean, the thing is that it didn't come out on that platform. So
Well,
it
sure,
didn't
but you
need
know,
to.
but you get what I mean. Like it's on any platform it can be played on.
Yeah, just the legacy of Mighty Number 9 continues.
Yeah.
Because damn video games refuses to let it die.
Yeah, well, the review's gonna come out eventually. I don't know when, but it's coming.
Oh yeah, it's like how much was the Patreon goal for like fucking Bleach? 3,000?
I don't remember. It was big.
Yeah, there's a green herb here. You want it?
Yeah, sure. I got space. Right, you've got more weapons than I do, so you have less inventory space, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also have the vest. So
Yeah.
also my weapons are upgraded. But yeah, I was gonna say, so like at the 5,000 mark, they're gonna watch Naruto. At the 7,500 mark, they're gonna fucking watch One Piece. And at the 10,000 mark, they will make a Mighty Number 9 review. Here's more handgun ammo. Just like, just like use any excuse available to not do it.
Right. I mean, apparently, like they've been like actively working on the Mighty Number 9 review for a while.
Yeah, but Dan has like 2 hours a week for
Right.
free time, so you know. And he uses them to sleep.
Oh yeah, I heard about the whole like, yeah, because there's a Discord server that I'm in that's into uniting Ireland, and posts a lot of memes about it. So yeah, I saw the did you hear about this, Wolf? How like there was that Amazon help thread that was like, hey, I can't stream such and such show, and I'm in Northern Ireland, and the Amazon support was like, oh yeah, we only support that in the UK, not in Ireland.
That's... Man, that's so specific. It's like... Not even the UK as a country, it's just like, yeah, Ireland is...
Well,
Why?
because what it is that Northern Ireland is technically part of the UK, but like a lot of Irish people don't want that to be the case and want a united Ireland.
I mean, honestly, Scottish people want the same thing, so...
Well, sure, but like, I mean, yeah, Scotland wants to be separate from the UK, but like the thing with like Northern Ireland and Ireland is that like it's literally a chunk of the island that is just UK territory, even though the rest of Ireland is its own country.
Yeah, I know. It's... Man, countries are weird. Why are countries like that?
Fucking. Oh shit! Here he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kill him.
All right, have fun with that. I'm gonna run around and pick stuff up.
Okay, where is he? Is he going out? Oh, I see him. Oh god, flames.
Yeah, I did that.
It's okay.
Oh, come
Oh,
over here.
fuck!
Oh shit!
Thanks.
Yep. Anyway, come over here so I can give you shotgun shells.
Yeah, that would be nice. How did that miss him?
Don't worry about it.
God, I just... Yeah, he's kind of tough, and also I just cannot wait for him to drop by. He's going right after me. Oh shit!
Fuck. I was on my way, but I wasn't quick enough.
Maybe I won't try to kill him.
Yeah, he seems tougher than Dr. Salvador.
I mean, you're technically not meant to kill him, but
Yeah.
like... It's not that he's tough, it's that his attack is telegraphed in such a way in which you cannot like safely shoot him and dodge the attack.
Right.
So basically, if you want to kill him safely, you need like a grenade launcher. There's some ammo over here. So anyway, what's Taddy's hot take about separating Ireland from the Great Kingdom of Britain?
I assume he has the good take, but I haven't asked about it. Also, I don't think that he's in here for this stream because I think that like his internet is still pretty fucky right now.
Oh yeah, he mentioned that. He mentioned that he cannot play the Fortnite because of internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the Brits especially hate Britain. You know how Scottish people ruin Scotland? That's kind of real.
Right.
Like, you know how Poles hate Poland? Unless they're extreme right-wing nationalists. But they
Right.
don't. Like, I was literally like, you know, I was literally just watching news after the Polish Independence Day passed, and it's like, yeah, there were multiple riots in the capital, and also someone's house got burned down. Which is like, yeah, that's every year. It just happens.
Yep.
I mean, the excuse this year was that the guy whose house was burned down had a LGBT flag hanging from it, and that was the justification.
Oh, wonderful.
And there's an executioner, right? Yeah. Okay, if you wanna go over here, you can pick up the fucking machine gun. It's somewhere around here.
I'm not gonna fuck with the machine gun.
I mean, machine guns in Resident Evil games are not great.
Anyway, I just hit the executioner with an explosive barrel.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, I got him on his knees for a sec.
Yeah, you can, you know, hit him when that happens.
Ah! Man, I'm not used to having to, like, worry about how long it takes to pick things up.
Okay, the pistol seems to be working pretty well on him. Just, I don't know how long until he dies, because I don't know if I have enough ammo. Did I just say ammo?
I mean, that is the word, isn't it?
Yeah, ammo bara or whatever. Oh, he's dead. Great.
Ow.
Got the gold ring for us.
Ah, based.
And also no ammo.
Oh, by the way, I was talking about it a bit on Discord, but I haven't, like, really done so, you know, publicly, per se. But last night I finished up, Ratchet and Clank 2. That game's really fucking good.
Yeah, I played it in the preparation for the PS4 remake. It holds up pretty well.
Yeah, like
you played the PS2 version or the?
Yeah, the PS2 version.
Okay, 'cause I got the HD collection.
Yeah, the HD collection is, like, fine. It's better than the HD version of Deadlocked, at least. But yeah, it's got issues.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like, you know, none of those issues are like, this is unplayable.
Right. It's just, you know, it's not as well presented as a result.
Yeah, Sony's like PS3 HD collections were not great.
Yeah, well, because a lot of them were basically, like, emulation, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, you know, people who are used to Sony's current, like, remake output with, like, Demon's Souls and Shadow of the Colossus
Right.
And God, what else was it? Even Medieval Resurrection is like, yeah, this is not the level it used to be at.
Yeah. Yeah, what really struck me about Ratchet and Clank 2, aside from just, like, how big of an improvement over the first one it is that, like, it has a really great New Game Plus mode.
Yeah, I remember, okay, I don't know what I know what your take is. We talked about this, like, I remember watching the fucking Gaming Grid Ratchet and Clank PS4 1 hour long critique or whatever, and like, when that guy went like, man, Ratchet and Clank 1 had such a better gameplay than the remake, they fucked up everything. I'm like, you have not played that game in the past decade, my man.
Yeah, no, Ratchet and Clank 1, it's pretty rough. It's, like, it's not terrible, but it's pretty fucking rough.
Like, the fucking leveling system that the series is known for wasn't in that game. You
Yeah.
had like 4 hits for the entire game.
Well, you could
Very
you could
little
upgrade it all the way up.
dodging options.
You could upgrade your health all the way up to 7 hits if you wanted to completely forgo having most of the weapons.
Yeah. And like you had such limited like aiming and dodging options. Like
Yeah. Well,
as
because
someone
it didn't
as
even
someone
have
who
strafe
played
buttons.
yeah, it didn't. And like as someone who played that game, I wanna say um a month before the PS4 remake came out in 2016. Yeah, that's an insane take.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I before playing Ratchet and Clank 2, like I was playing through 1 and I didn't end up finishing it because I've beaten it before and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this right now.
Yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank 1. It's not a bad game. It's a game that aged poorly.
Yeah. But yeah, like the sequel is like such a I mean, just the inclusions of like a fucking, the leveling system and the ability to strafe are like game changers for that game.
Oh yeah, it's like I'm ready, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, and like
I'm trying to think of another game in which like the sequel was such a huge improvement, and I have it at the edge of my tongue, and it's not Zoe. Uh, and I don't know, if it comes to me, it comes to me. But like,
Yeah.
Zoe's another obvious example. I don't want to say DMC1 because DMC1 is like a different game than the later ones.
Yeah, like I mean, personally, like DMC1 is my second favorite Devil May Cry game after 5, and even that, like I wouldn't say that like I definitely like 5 better. Like I go back and forth on which one I prefer.
I
Like-
mean, I go back and forth between 5 and 3 because 5 is technically a better game, but I've been playing 3 for 15 years.
Yeah, like I just like 3 is like I respect the fuck out of 3, and it's obviously got like an incredible story, and like its mechanics are really really great, and like what it did as far as like evolving the formula is like ridiculous, right? But personally, like I have I think I enjoy 3 a lot less than most people do because of like oh wait, one sec, there's stuff down here.
Oh, yeah, there was like one barrel.
Yeah, I think I enjoy 3 a lot less than most people because of like some issues with its like level structure that I have.
I mean, yeah, 3's level, like, if you don't love the fuck out of 3's combat, like, that game has some badass, just bad levels, and
Right.
like, some of the bosses are rough, like, Gigantopede or whatever the fuck his name is.
Gigapede.
Gigapede, and, like, some of the platforming bits, and, like, fighting the Fallen is a nightmare.
Yeah. But yeah, like all that said, like 3 is obviously an incredible game. Like there's so much that it does that's like the first time it was done in the series, and that's like, became part of the series identity. Like regardless of the fact that I do think the game is just like fun overall, there's also the fact that it's just like so important in the series lineage,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would definitely still rank 3 above like 4, for example.
I mean, 4 is this weird ass thing now because it's like, what was 4's only strength that 3 couldn't do? It was style switching for Dante and playing as Nero.
Right.
Both of which have been neglected, like, by 5. So, 4, from being like a good game with problems, became irrelevant basically because it's like.
Well,
why would you
actually,
play 4
5
now?
doesn't have inertia, so if you're a fucking super high level 4 player, you're actually not gonna want to go on to 5.
Nicole,
Yeah.
I like you. Please never say that again. I don't want to be a woman.
But yeah, no, like 5, I would say that like as far as like my playing it, like 5 absolutely invalidates 4. Like I'm never going to go back to 4. It's just not gonna happen.
I mean, there's no reason to. Like, I like 4 outside of, I don't know, I want to fight the bosses from 4 because they are not in 5. what other reason is there to play 4 now?
Yeah, especially like even if you are like one of those like inertia guys, like there's a mod for that in 5 anyway. So
Also, like, I'm trying to remember what was the game that got like a great HD remake, sorry, HD port that also like, you know, made the game way more easy to get because the game was kind of hard to get. That speedrunners went pissy about because a glitch got removed in the port, so it's now way worse because they can't do the speedrun thing.
I don't know.
I wanna say it was Kingdom Hearts, but I'm not sure.
That sounds like a Kingdom Hearts thing because Kingdom Hearts speedrunners are fucking insane.
Yeah, like.
I think Eilton might be right. It might be Ocarina of Time 3D.
Oh yeah, it was one of the Zelda games. Yeah, and probably Ocarina of Time. It was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this glitch got removed and this game is now unplayable. And it's like, well, you know, it also doesn't run at 8 frames per second, but I guess that's not important.
Now the 3DS version of Majora's Mask actually is like a much worse version because they changed all the bosses.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I haven't played any of the only 3D Zeldas I've played was Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, and I have a copy of Wind Waker and Skyward Sword.
Man, that's dire. I mean, Wind Waker's really good. And you said Twilight Princess as well, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
Twilight Princess, because fucking Wolf Link.
I mean, even if that game was dog shit, Wolflink and Midna just, you know,
yeah,
they
Twilight.
are here. They are here forever.
Yeah, but yeah, Twilight Princess, I would say, is like a pretty good game overall. It's got some flaws, but like it's pretty cool.
It's got some structural problems.
Yeah.
But it's a good game to play.
Exactly. Um, okay, it's locked from the inside. But yeah, like Wind Waker, I would say is just like really good overall. Even despite the fact that it has that one big flaw of the Triforce chart hunt.
Yeah, but I have the Wii U version.
Oh right, that gives you like the like speed sale for that, right?
Yeah, and it also like cuts the cost in like 75% or something.
Oh geez, that's a really good tweak. Man, I wish that one sec. I feel a sneeze come. No, never mind. It's going away now. I felt like I was gonna sneeze for a second there, but
That's okay.
anyway,
How did you get? Oh yeah, I see how you got back. Oh no, I don't. How did you get up there?
there's just stairs inside.
How did you get inside?
There's a door, a blue door that I unlocked with the key, right over here.
Okay, hold on, because I have like a Mexican and a black woman coming at me, so you know, RE5 made sure that those are not all black, so I feel like it needs pointing out that it's a Mexican dude.
Right. But yeah, this door right over here is how I got in.
Yeah, sure. Let me just punch this Mexican man.
Oh, by the way, there's some shotgun shells in there.
Sure, coming. But yeah, I have the Wii U version of Wind Waker, so I might end up streaming that honestly, because I've been meaning to play that game for years.
Yeah, it's a really good one. I like it a lot. I wish that some of the tweaks to the Wii U version like were in a version that didn't have that game's bloom, because I don't care for like what it did to the lighting.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest flaw everyone says that Twilight Princess had was like, you know, trying to be Majora's Mask again, but like, you know, I haven't played Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess is literally the first Zelda game I have ever played in my life, and it was good. You know, I said it was good and not fantastic, so a bunch of people gave me shit for it, but like, yeah. Like, literally, okay, this is, you know, just like a little story. Like 2 weeks ago, I had a dude come at my fucking, I don't know, 5 years old Twilight Princess HD review, going like, man, this you slandering this game makes like. He removed his comment, but YouTube left. You can take the shotgun.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with my inventory. Oh, here, take some of. Oh, sorry. Take some of my ammo so I can have more space.
Sure. The dude was like so pissy about like my opinion of that game. so that he wrote an angry comment about like, man, you make the spirit, you disgrace the spirit of Satoru Iwata or some shit. And
God.
like, you wanna know what I gave that game as a final score?
What's that?
Good.
But yeah, there was something I was gonna mention earlier. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention earlier about Ratchet and Clank 2's New Game Plus mode, because I don't know if you fucked with that like much at all.
Not really. I got the HD collection, so I just went 1, 2, 3 before the remake.
Okay, so when you beat Ratchet and Clank 2, you get your New Game Plus option, which is called Challenge Mode, where you go through again, with all of your end game unlocks, and you're going through. The enemies are harder, like they have more health and whatnot. But you also, there's a mechanic that makes it so that if you kill enemies consecutively, you get a bolt multiplier that will increase the amount that you'll get, and it resets back to 0 if you get hit. So the New Game Plus is go through again on a harder difficulty with like this like with like a style meter basically that rewards you with more bolts.
Yeah. Man, that's... Oh, you need some shotgun shells?
Yes, I
Hold
do.
on. Take these.
There we
Hold
go.
on. Take these. I don't know why I didn't give you 20 at once, but okay. Man, I just like it when a game is like, I don't give a shit and just lets you break it wide open on New Game Plus. Have you ever played Three Houses?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that game is like, you can just, because it has like 5 routes to beat the game, you can just like go each round on a New Game Plus thing, and since it's a Persona style game, you can carry over your students from the previous thing,
Oh God.
your social links, your fucking stats,
Mhm.
and like stat bonuses and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, when you start that game on New Game Plus, you're a god.
Yeah, the thing is like challenge mode in Ratchet and Clank, like it's not exactly broken wide open just because like enemies have a lot more health, so like there's still like some semblance of a difficulty curve, but like it does let you just like tear shit up with all your late game unlocks and like whoa ugh.
Hold on, coming.
And fucking what was it? Oh yeah, and like also there's actually like new stuff for you to buy with all the bolts that you can get with that multiplier mechanic, because you know how like in Ratchet and Clank
Wait.
2 like
Hold on, continue, but like, which VA from Ratchet and Clank is getting cancelled and for what? Because Knight is talking about how a VA is getting
Right.
cancelled, and it's like, what?
yeah, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, man, I wanna go through the I wanna go because I've finished, in my life I've only finished the first 3 Ratchet and Clank games.
Mhm.
Size Matters, Quest for Booty, and the PS4 remake. I kinda wanna, since I'm gonna have my PS3 cable, I kinda wanna go through Gladiator / Deadlocked, if you're, if you're not European
Right,
scum.
right.
Tools of Distraction, and the rest of the PS3 games.
Okay, apparently it's the voice actor who's voicing Ratchet right now. Is that still
Oh,
James
shit.
Arnold Taylor?
It's Titus in all the games.
Yeah, that's James Arnold Taylor. Wait, he wasn't. I don't think he was. I don't think he voiced him in the first one. But
Maybe not, but like still, it's like, okay, what did he do? Because I need to know if Titus is like a piece of shit.
right. But yeah, oh yeah, I was mentioning earlier, you know how in Ratchet and Clank 2, like each weapon has like, the single upgrade that you can get?
Yeah.
So, when you go into New Game Plus, there's like a mega upgrade that you can buy for each weapon. That's like a second upgrade for it. That costs a bunch of money. And what it is like you go and you buy the mega form, and it gives your weapon another EXP bar that you can fill up to get a higher tier
Oh.
upgrade.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's a chest here.
Oh.
No, I'm saying oh no because voice actor James Arnold Taylor is posting racist and COVID conspiracies on Parler.
Oh, good.
You mind taking a little break so I just get into the thread and see what the fuck is up?
Yeah. Let me. Let's go ahead and skip this cutscene and then. Well, is there any way to pause or?
I mean, there's nothing happening in this room.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I don't care, Resetter. Let me fucking see.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open up here as
For
well.
those who don't know, Parler is a fringe right-wing social media platform blowing up late because the right can't admit Trump lost. James Arnold Taylor, a well-known video game and animation voice actor of Ratchet in the Ratchet & Clank series, Tidus in FF10, and Obi-Wan in all Star Wars animation and video games media, joined the platform and is posting some really vile alt-right nonsense.
Yeah, so it looks like he retweeted. It's called Echoed on Parler, but it's a retweet. Retweeted. Breaking: Twitter shuts down account of Chinese professor Li Mengyan, who has evidence China created the coronavirus in a lab. Echo if you stand with Li Mengyan. Some shit about boycotting the NFL. Looks like that's about it. That is more tame than I was expecting, but
Yeah,
it's still not
that's-
great.
I mean, this is the level. Here's the thing. This is not nearly as bad as I expected. This is basically on the level of Ruben Langdon being a
Oh,
conspiracy.
okay. So I clicked through to his Parler account. Here's something that he posted himself 4 days ago.
Yeah.
It's a painting of American. He's got like an album of like paintings of American flags. He says, "Quote: People ask why I paint so many paintings of American flags because the flag represents the freedom we have in America that is wholly unique to anywhere in the entire world, and we only have the freedom because of brave, self-sacrificing, humble, and yet proud men and women of all colors and creeds throughout the history of this country, giving of themselves no matter the personal cost. These are special individuals who work as one unit with one goal: freedom for all Americans, etc., etc." Which is again not as bad as some of the stuff you see on here, but it is like a very like boomer like type of sentiment there.
I mean, it's it's the same like when you follow Ruben Langdon, it turns out he's a conspiracy nut. So
Right.
like
It's always funny to
this,
me though
this,
to like see
this
people
is
like
weird, but I don't think this is harmful.
yeah, it's always funny to me when you see somebody talking about how like, oh, we have so many completely unique freedoms in America that they don't have anywhere else in the world, and it's like there's a lot of shit that's illegal in America and is not in Britain and Canada.
Yeah, like being able to access insulin like a normal person.
Right. Right, and just like actual laws,
Really, why?
like
Really,
weed is
please,
illegal here in a lot of in a lot of states and whatnot.
really, I don't want to ask, but please link me to the thing in which Quinton Flynn, aka Axel, aka Raiden, aka Silver the Hedgehog, is a sex pest.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, I would rather not know, but I guess I gotta.
Yeah, James Arnold Taylor is also like posting verses from scripture, which is like, that's whatever, but it's kind of funny.
I mean, here's the thing. Like all of this tells me, yeah, he's a boomer, like
Right.
patriot guy.
Yeah.
But this isn't like dangerous. It's just a bit disappointing, but ignorable.
Yeah, it's not he like the worst thing that I've seen is the thing about like coronavirus being created in a lab, which is like not ideal, but like
I mean, technically not wrong, but also sounds bad.
well, I mean, and it's also one of those kind of things where it's like created in a lab is like the way that it's phrased is misleading,
I mean, it's like yes, I don't mean this in a racist term. The coronavirus was probably engineered in some way, in the sense that, like, I don't like a new virus doesn't come from nowhere, just like that, usually. So I don't know. It might have been kind of like, a test subject in a lab or something. But it
Right.
wasn't really, it wasn't like, it's not a bioweapon created somewhere to be released into the world.
Right. So yeah, the Quentin Flynn thing is I clicked through that thread and like into the tweet, and yeah, there's a DM log of him, uh, of him uh soliciting lewd video from a female fan who then blocks him. So that's yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. I wonder who's gonna voice Axel now. Yeah, apparently,
Yeah, I don't know.
apparently, apparently, the theory I heard. I mean, theory. It's like what I've heard is like that it was some test bats escaped from some lab and like they carried it.
Right.
But that just sounds like a standard experiment going wrong. It's not like this. When people say that the Chinese government grew it in a lab, they mean like a real umbrella facility
Right.
and not and not some lab animal escaped and it's a problem.
Yeah, they're talking about fucking like bioweapon research shit.
Yeah, so that's when you technically say that it was grown in a lab, you're not wrong, but you can easily make it sound like, a racist like theory about how the Chinese are like, like Trump called it the Chinese flu or whatever.
Right.
Like that's why it's kind of I'm really trying to wage my words here, not to sound bad, but yeah, that's
Yeah, no, I
basically
get
what
you.
it is. So yeah, man, what the fuck is it with voice actors getting a specific like level of fame and then like just coming out as, oh yeah, I'm a shit fuck.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of unless you're like unless you're specifically the kind of person who avoids it, like uh getting that kind of fame, like, just makes it really easy to do shit with it, and like, unless somebody is like specifically going into their career like knowing that that will be like a thing and being like, I will definitely never do that, like it's easy to like it. I want
Yeah,
to again, I want to like be very specific with my wording here. It's easy for a person to like step over the line in a small way, and then like after that, like, it becomes easier and easier to step over the line in bigger and bigger ways until they're like way past the line, but at that point they're in,
yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it's sad, but what can you do?
Yeah. Whoop.
Okay, where was? Okay, there's another one over here, so we need to
Yeah.
wait until it swallows it.
Yep. Ah.
I didn't even know Quinton Flynn voiced Obi-Wan in the cartoons.
No, that was James Arnold Taylor.
James Arnold Taylor, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Granted, I haven't really watched Star Wars cartoons without the Polish dub, because we actually got a pretty good dub for that stuff, but yeah.
Right.
Where is it? Where'd it go? God damn it. Okay, I got it. I got its arm.
There we go.
It's kind of, again, it's kind of the same. Like, remember when like Ruben Langdon like posted, like retweeted some stuff about COVID conspiracy theories that weren't specifically racist or anything, but just conspiracy theories, and everyone was like, oh no, Dante's voice actor is like a conspiracy nut and anti-masker and whatever. It's like, no, that's just him. He's been like this forever.
Yeah, like it's possible to be into conspiracies without without acting on them in like a bad way, and without like signal boosting like specific ones that are like really harmful. But it is like a dangerous place to tread in.
Yeah, I mean, especially nowadays, with anti-maskers and all that, when we have an actual problem, like, flat
Yeah.
earthers are funny, but they won't do anything.
Right.
Anti-maskers are a problem.
Yeah, well, and like the flat Earth thing is like it's decreased in popularity because they're kind of getting swallowed up by QAnon, which is not good, obviously.
Man, I hope that works out for your friend, Pyro. Man, I fucking found a Polish shitpost page that was called I love our current ruling party, and every post had like horrible grammar errors, but the problem is I couldn't tell if it was for fun or it was unironic, and that's a problem. Okay, I'm gonna take this, sell these babies, and I'm good.
Oh, all right, I got a sell
Yeah,
all button. There we go.
And I can only imagine, like, man, I hope my current work situation solves itself out, because it's been fucking going after me for like 2 days now. Okay, can I... Yeah, I cannot like get anything here. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know how disability checks work in the US. I imagine they're as fucked up as basically any form of social security I hear of in that country.
Well, yeah, basically what it comes down to is that like conservatives have this idea that like, oh, if you give people too much help, then they're just like not going to ever want to work to improve themselves. And so
Which is not how that works, but okay.
no, it's not. So their solution to this is you can only get help if you're like poor enough for it. But that actually does incentivize people to not like get a job because it's entire like the way that it's set up makes it so that if you like get a job and start making money, it's entirely possible to make enough money to no longer like qualify for welfare, but still not have enough to live on. So it's like
Yeah,
you actually are incentivized to like not fucking improve yourself in this scenario because of the fact that like if you try to, you could get fucked over.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, in Canada, well, I assume Canada is slightly better about that, but like, yeah,
They're a little bit better about it, but not a whole lot.
it's this thing of like, just because I make like, I have a basic income doesn't mean I suddenly am not disabled.
Right.
But hey, that's how it be, unfortunately.
Yep.
Chris just snapped at its neck.
I mean, I assume it's easy for him. He's got the muscle.
I mean, yeah, he's a truck.
Yeah. Doggo.
Oh yeah, no, well, the things are coming. Okay, time to... I punched the dog with the prompt and it
Oh
missed.
shit.
Man, I was gonna say something like, all things
Ow.
considered, like the situation here in Poland isn't horrible, but like, you know, unless you are like either a, this is gonna sound funny when I say it, but you know, unless you are a woman or an LGBT person, the Polish government won't really go after you.
Right.
But like, yeah, there's the problem of there's a lot of women and LGBT. And also, I don't know if the government realizes they actually kind of need women.
Yeah, it's like, wait, you mean like wombs are kind of necessary?
It's like, wait, you mean that taking away women's rights doesn't exactly boost up the population number? Why?
Wild.
Yeah, it's like,
Whoa. Jesus.
why wouldn't it? We've made research that said that if we take women's rights, the population number will go up.
Ow. Ah, fire.
Man, this barrel goes like a while.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they need you to give, they need women to give birth, but like, you know, the consequence of their current action is people are not gonna wanna have kids. Like, you know. Like, I certainly am never going to have a child in this fucking country. Why would I if the government says that they will kill my wife if that means saving the kid? Because yeah, the current policy is like if the pregnancy is somehow a health risk for the woman, the priority is to save the child and fuck the woman.
Right.
Just let her die. So it's like, why would I have a child? There's one more dude somewhere and I cannot. Oh, here he is. Wait, oh man, I'm not there.
That's
I
fine.
can't help you.
It's fine. Taken care of.
Okay. Oh no, you didn't take the stuff that's over here, okay. Yeah, you know, in a sense, the Polish government is the third countries.
Oh, whoops.
Oh.
Oh, shit!
You just killed them. Oh well. You know, sometimes your partner just kills ya. That's how it be.
You just got a deal.
Yeah. Or like, let me put it differently. Sometimes, like, you're either not gonna have a child or you're gonna, like, move to Germany to, like, you know, get a kid.
Right.
Because you can do that. I know that few people, you know, care for Polish politics, but, like, yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, it's fucking gnarly over there, you know?
I mean, it's not as bad to the level of the protests. As far as I know, nobody has yet died during the protests, which, you know, is better than the US are doing, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
as low
something.
a bar as it is. But, like, yeah, it's like a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that people finally went to the streets because the fact that the current government has won the
Frog, why?
election
Frog, why are you fucking subscribing to me again? You just fucking were saying about how, like, you're running out of money, you bitch. Fucking don't give me money. At least not until you have a job. God, you cunt. Thank you, though.
That's the shut the fuck up frog for the stream. Hey frog.
Oh, it auto-refreshed. Shit. Fuck. That's terrible. That's an awful feature.
Yeah. God, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm glad people finally went to the streets because, you know, fuck the current government. The fact that they won, like, the election again after 4 years is basically the equivalent of Trump winning again. I
Right.
don't know how the fuck that happened. I mean, I know how the fuck that happened, but, you know, people who did that are stupid.
Right.
So yeah, I'm glad people are in the streets about that, because fuck them. It's like, you know, it's like, what do you mean the government that had their voting, like, you know, like presidency platform based on we're gonna get rid of every LGBT person in the country, and they won? What do you mean they're going after women? Why
Right.
would they do that? It doesn't make sense.
It's like that one image where there's like a little stick figure. One second, let me check my inventory. Okay.
Sure.
There's like a little stick figure, like with like a I'm trying to remember what exactly flag it was. It was you know, some like fascist group, right?
Yeah.
You know, those memes where like person is or group is represented by like person with their flag on them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like some fascist group was like at the top of a hill trying to roll a boulder down onto like some trees, and like the first tree
Oh, yeah.
the first tree is the trans flag, the second one is the LGBT flag, and then the third is the feminist flag. And they're like, "Hey, help me roll this boulder down. I'm trying to hit that first tree there." And like they were like turf organizations. They were like, "Oh yeah, I want to get rid of that first tree." And it's like,
Yeah,
well,
right.
the you know, the next step is those other ones.
It's not much, but here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean a government that built its entire identity on hating a minority is going after other I mean, not exactly a minority, but like, what I mean, it's like going
Well,
after
yeah.
different groups.
Well, yeah, it's a what's called a political minority, because like there's like two different meanings of minority. One is like literally, you know, has less population, and then there's what's called a political minority, which is like just a group that is discriminated against politically,
Yeah, so
which
it's like,
women do
what
fit
do you
into.
mean? What do you mean the guys who like build their platform around going against every single non-heterosexual person in the country are now going after women? Why would they do that?
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe that fascism decides to keep being fascist instead of just stopping.
Yeah, like, well, that's not what I voted for. I voted for the gays. I didn't vote for pussy to be gone. And I did my best. I didn't fucking vote for these people. People are dumb.
Anyway, Frog, do you want to help me bomb Twitch HQ for stealing your money? Because I'm down.
I mean, I don't know. Do you guys like gonna send in Tifa message while wearing what was it? Fucking anonymous masks.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to be wearing a
Frog,
Guy Fawkes mask.
throw a grenade in here into the middle stack over here.
Alright, one sec. Let me get over to where you're at.
Oh yeah, which reminds me.
So-
Okay,
so-
throw
so-
a grenade in the middle of this stack over here.
Like in between these stands.
Yeah, there's a chest inside. Just throw it at the chest.
Okay. Let me get lined up. Shit!
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh god!
Oh, over here is a better place to throw it from.
I mean, it worked. No, you don't have it.
Oh,
worked.
fuck. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Just walk through the rubble.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it works, it works. Just throws the grenade right at their feet, and it's like, oh no. Which reminds me, I was like,
But yeah, no, I'm not gonna be wearing a Guy Fawkes mask, or as it is referred to in that one like online listing for a V for Vendetta costume, smug online man.
yeah, man, it's so engraved in my brain that Anonymous wear those masks, and I've read V for Vendetta.
I still have not read the
Guy Fawkes is like the good guy in that story, then fuck you.
Yeah, I still haven't read the comic. I've watched the movie and it's pretty good, and I hear the comic's better.
Yeah, the comic is pretty great, but man, it's like... Okay, two things I want to touch upon. You remember that image when the started that people were throwing out there that was like the real heroes, and it was a bunch of Marvel and DC characters bowing down before the Doctors?
Yes.
You remember how Dr. Manhattan is in that fucking image?
Yep.
Man, somebody did not read Watchmen.
Yeah. Man, Watchmen is so fucking good. And I'm so fucking mad about the Zack Snyder version.
I mean, I've watched that movie years before I've read the comic, and it was fine.
I mean, yeah, I liked the movie when I hadn't read the comic, and then I read the comic and found out, oh, he, like, literally, like, reversed, like, retconned the entire ending to turn Rorschach into a hero when he's absolutely not a hero.
I mean, I don't think what you need to have in your brain to see that Rorschach is not a hero. He's like a mentally damaged sociopath.
Yeah, but like the ending of the movie is like, oh, he told the truth though. He had his principles. He was a good guy. Whereas in the comic book, it's like, yeah, he had like his fucking principles that caused literally the end of the world.
Yeah, and also like, I mean, one thing the movie did better is that, man, the fucking giant squid plan is stupid. Like,
I mean,
the movie did one thing better in that, in the movie, they blamed the thing on Dr. Manhattan, and that makes way more sense.
That does make more sense, yeah.
Cause like, yeah, in like the comic, it's just this random giant squid that explodes.
Well, because like the idea in the comic is that it's just like an alien threat, basically.
Yeah, I know, but it's, you know, it. I mean, I guess it makes more sense in that, yeah, it's an 80s comic book, and that's what 80s comic books were at the time.
Well, I think basically like the reason that it's the squid in the comic that's supposed to be an alien is that that's a commentary on like xenophobia, essentially. That like for in order to get like humanity to work together, like you had to have something that, you know, something from outside of Earth come in and like be the external threat.
Yeah. It's still, you know, kind of random, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of like, it definitely is kind of random, but like that's sort of the idea, is that it's like, rather than it being like an element that was there set up before, it's something completely external.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's still like, you know, it still even makes sense from an aesthetic standpoint of like, yeah, this is a comic book from the 80s, so there's like a random giant alien squid, because that's what comic books are. There's a sniper rifle in that house, you don't want it.
Oh, right.
Another thing is like, man, remember the fucking line article that was like a couple of months before the election was like, Donald Trump paints himself blue and asks everyone to compliment his penis.
I remember seeing the one that was where it was just like a shot from a debate. Oh, right. Where it was just like a shot from a debate, and they just edited Bernie Sanders to be Dr. Manhattan. Also, in the chat, Pyro brings up a good point, which is that there's not really any actual way for like humanity to fight against Dr. Manhattan, since he's basically omnipotent.
I mean, yeah, like literally there's a point in the comic in which the main bad guy I'm not even gonna tell his name because if you haven't, it's a spoiler. The main bad guy, if you haven't read the comic, it's a spoiler. The main bad guy like literally vaporizes him to atoms. Like he just literally makes him not exist anymore, and he comes back. Like Dr. Manhattan is like Superman on steroids.
Yeah. Well, because that's kind of like the idea of the character is that he's portraying like a Superman level, being, and how like he essentially loses his humanity.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, it's like Rorschach is kind of like a commentary on Batman. I feel, even
Yeah.
though he looked more like the Question or like
Well,
something like that.
he is partially a commentary on Batman, but he's also more specifically, Steve Ditko had a bunch of Steve Ditko had a line of superheroes that he ran for a while that were explicitly based on like the philosophy of objectivism. Because Steve Ditko was a big objectivist, and like
Before
Rorschach.
we continue,
Uh-huh.
on the exchange.
Oh, sure. So, Rorschach is like very specific, is very explicitly like meant to be like a criticism of like objectivism and whatnot.
But yeah, it's like there's that. I feel like God, I forget her name. The lady.
Silk Spectre.
Silk Spectre. Yeah, she's kind of a female superheroes and
Right.
like getting your title as a superhero from someone even if you don't want it.
Right.
And like again, Night Owl is again Batman, but also kind of the I feel like the Beast type of character, as an X-Men Beast, which
Yeah.
is like kind of the little bit pacifist scientist guy. And obviously, fucking whatever the fuck the joke, not the joke. What's the name of
The comedian.
the comedian? Yeah. I feel like he's, a Punisher, obviously, and that
Right.
type of vigilante, but also Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah, he's Captain America in the Vietnam era.
Yeah. More rifle ammo over here for you, and that's about it for now.
I guess I have to go back to the ladder to jump down.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of stuff going on in Watchmen, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
And, like,
it's very like
the-
multi-layered.
And like the fifth guy, I forget his name. Was it Asmodeus or something like that?
Ozymandias.
Ozymandias, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry,
Ozymandias, but yeah, he's
I'm sorry
a
I forget so much stuff about names and all that.
right. Yeah, I believe he's a reference to like an ancient Egyptian king or something like that.
I mean, yeah, his Egyptian themed all over, but also he's like a comic. Nowadays, Iron Man serves that role of the like corporate. Like,
Yeah.
rich guy.
And like Ozymandias' like whole deal in Watchmen is like very similar to like Tony Stark's deal in the MCU, like particularly in Civil War, where Tony Stark was like had like a very authoritarian approach of like like government control over things and whatnot for people's own good, quote unquote.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, I think
there's a lot of stuff going on in Watchmen.
yeah, I think the poem was what I was thinking of. Pyro. I'm just my memory is very fuzzy on like the origins of Ozymandias.
Yeah, I mean it's been some time since I've read Watchmen, so I just forget the names, but I remember the general themes. It's like people who think that any character from the Watchmen is like the quote unquote good guy are kind of insane, because it's like.
Yeah, because like
I mean, Silk Spectre and Night Owl come the closest to being good guys, and they are still fucked up people.
yeah, they come the closest, but they still end up being like super complicit in Ozymandias' plot by the end.
Yeah. Okay, I have to throw you in there, and you have to just go down there and open the door so we can eliminate those guys.
Yep. Okay, so Pyro is is giving better remembered context here, which is that the poem is about the pharaoh named Ozymandias / Ramses III.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Man, Watchmen is. I recommend everyone, even if you're not interested in superhero stuff, I recommend you read Watchmen. And if you are interested in superhero stuff, then you fucking have to read Watchmen because it's
Yeah.
such a good deconstruction of the genre.
Yeah, it's really fantastic.
Like,
And like even
There-
outside of like the deconstruction elements, like it does such a good job of like portraying like portraying like sort of the political era of its time in like a very unflinching kind of way, and like all of the characters are really like solidly like personified.
yeah. And like, I feel like that comic book is one of the better aged Alan Moore comic books, because like, V for Vendetta is very a product of its time. I feel. In that, yeah, you can also like tell that that comic exists only
Oh.
because
V for
That
Vendetta is
comic
also like
exists
kind of more of a
outside.
product of Alan Moore's weirdness than Watchmen is. And
yeah,
I
because
like V for Vendetta,
is-
but,
I
like-
that comic, but it's like you can tell that that comic exists just because Alan Moore got kind of scared one day and wrote a comic.
and like it's all like it's like it's very emblematic of his like weird approach to anarchism in response to Thatcher. Pyro was actually just posting about it as I was saying that, was that like V for Vendetta is a response to Thatcherism, which is very true.
I mean, it is. There's, nobody who knows a little bit of their shit in comic books will deny that. It's just that.
Hey,
Let's go.
yeah,
that,
I'm
like,
gonna
I
go
feel
ahead
like-
and heal us.
Sure. I feel like V for Vendetta and fucking. I know it's Frank Miller, but like Dark Knight Returns are like extreme products of its time.
Right.
Cause like I don't know if you rifle ammo. I don't know if you have ever read Dark Knight Returns.
I'm familiar with it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah, it's like that's a fucking 80s United States comic book.
Yeah.
Tell you what. There's a green herb on the top of this building if you wanna grab it.
Oh, Pyro, his approach to anarchism is just like, it's a lot more individualist than a lot of anarchists are, and he's also like a lot more pro-terrorism than a lot of anarchists are.
I mean, yeah, if you haven't like picked that up while reading V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta, the comic book about like basically the main protagonist slash what's the word for somebody that's evil and is also the protagonist?
Anti-hero. Well, not...
Anti-hero, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He's not V is not evil.
Yeah,
per
he's not
se,
evil.
but-
Like, he's definitely portrayed as, like, like, a lot more correct than most other characters in the story.
Yeah, I mean, he's not evil, but every time, somebody tries to go, oh yeah, he's the... I'm like, he tortured a woman into almost insanity to prove a point.
Right. He's definitely not, like, the greatest guy.
Yeah. Not exactly someone you would fucking just, look up to and be like, oh yeah, what a Chad.
Ah!
Watch out, watch out, watch out! But yeah, what I was gonna say is that, man, you can fucking tell that the current Polish government is modeling themselves after Trump, because literally the moment the protests have started, they suddenly were like, man, what's the term that Trump used a lot? Oh, Antifa.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna blame the protests on Antifa. What's Antifa? I don't know. And like suddenly the right-wing news stations start talking about Antifa in Poland,
Yep.
which is so fucking funny. Okay, he's dead.
Have you been hearing about how like insiders are apparently claiming that that like Trump is planning on like starting his own news network?
I mean, that would not surprise me in the least.
Yeah, yeah, the
That man has built his image around the fake news.
yeah, exactly. Like the idea is that like because he lost the election, like and because like Trump never really like wanted to be in charge per se. He just wanted to have one, you know? Like that's like the one like the one saving grace is that even though he's like super fashy just out of a desire to win, like he doesn't actually like want to do the work of running a country.
Yeah, like
So like
I was often talking like with Looney, like about American politics, and it was like, honestly, if not for the pandemic and One Cup being an idiot and starting the entire Black Lives Matter protest movement, Trump's entire campaign would have gone basically okay-ish because he's a moron and he's unable to do anything bad.
yeah, it's kind of like a weird situation where even though like his governance style is like extremely fashy, like he's really dumb and he doesn't actually have all that much interest in like actually running things. So it kind of like limits it limits how much he is actually willing
I'm
to do,
gonna
you
let
know?
this casting play so the QTs don't fuck us.
Right, right. But yeah, so the idea is that because he doesn't actually have all that much interest in like being a politician per se, he's just going to pivot into being into running a media company that just, you know, caters to the far right.
I mean, when you think about it, Trump is just Alex Jones, but with fonts and exchange like conspiracy nut into like just general stupidity. Like he's just a moron that's very loud and talks a lot about certain groups and people fucking him, but he's again a moron, so he cannot act on anything.
Also, Pyro,
Especially his latest meltdowns on Twitter have a lot of Alex Jones energy.
yeah, Pyro mentioned in the chat that terrorism has had a sort of subtle definition change in the last however many years, which is very true. So to be clear, like the terrorism in question. Whoa.
Sorry, that's not me. I'm playing on the PlayStation controller, so Xbox prompt fucked me up.
Chris fucking dies.
Chris, use a PlayStation 4 controller. What a cock!
It's actually funny to me like how abrupt that death is there, where it's just he just plows into you with the motorcycle and you just die.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, the type of terrorism in like V for Vendetta is like a very like it is indiscriminate violence for the purpose. Well, some of it is indiscriminate violence for the purpose of like sending a message, which is kind of I think what the original idea of terrorism was. Like the movie opens with him blowing up Parliament.
Wasn't it the Big Ben? Well, never mind.
I think it was Parliament. Oh no, Parliament is the plan at the end of the movie. But I don't think that it was Big Ben at the beginning either. It was some other like state building.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Because like
he blows up like a very like a very like characteristic London building.
yeah, because the idea is that it's like specifically like to send a message about the government, about him not accepting the government.
Yeah.
Now, some of what he does is also like murdering like specific political targets who he thinks like are causing a problem in the world and deserve to die, like Prothero, for example, who is basically Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things is, I don't know if that was in the movie per se, but in the comic he straight up gets the girl that comes with him to dress up as a kid.
Yeah,
to,
well,
appeal to a pedophile
yeah, the pedophile priest that was in the movie.
yeah, pedophile priest. Which, man, I want to talk about that for a second. I know that, pedophile priests are kind of like a quote-unquote stereotype now, but like, if anything, the latest findings in the church have straight up proven that this stereotype is very much alive.
Yeah, no, it's been like the reason that it's a stereotype is because it's been a real thing.
I mean, it still is. Like, what has it been, like 2 years, a year since like the Pope sent out his fucking Inquisition unit to take care of people in certain countries because like they went overboard with the pedophilia.
Right.
I forget the details because I'm obviously not a Christian, not anymore. But like, yeah, it's every time pedophilia, like, it's a weird thing because on one hand it's like, oh man, you fucking, yeah, you're an atheist, so obviously would bring up pedophile priests, like that sort of thing. But it's like, yeah, I bring them up because they are real.
Right. It's like it's kind of a problem.
Yeah, it's like you guys probably should look into that.
Yeah. Is the next level the one where I get the new rifle, or is that later?
I think the next one is the one in which you get the Dragunov, yeah.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and remove the old rifle from my inventory.
Sure. I mean, I feel like the definition of terrorism is shaped by 9/11.
It is,
No.
yeah. In America, if you say terrorism, people think Islamic.
Man with like Al Qaeda membership or whatever.
Yeah.
The station, not too far from here.
Like there's a definite like association that is that the right wing in America has like worked very hard to push.
Yeah. I mean, even in Poland, it's like like the 9/11 has shaped the image of terrorism in Poland as well.
Yeah.
So. I mean, it's the
That's where
same,
you get
like-
that's where you get jokes about that's where you get like those jokes where like a
Watch
conservative
out, Cable.
yeah, but yeah, that's where you get like those jokes where like you have like a conservative parody character talking about terrorist dissent.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, guess what other words suddenly became popular in Poland in right-wing television after the protests have started?
What's that?
Anarchists.
Oh, great.
And like, man, it's so funny because like, we basically went through the entire George Floyd protests, Black Lives Matter movement in like a week. Because we went from people going to the streets to property damage is bad and it's not a form of protest to Antifa and anarchists are trying to destroy our country
Right.
in right-wing media, and it's so fucking funny to me. Like, the fact that we just went through all of this in like a week, and it was the direct mirror of the George Floyd situation.
Yep. Man, every time somebody in America tries to pull like the whole destroying private property is not a valid form of protest, like it annoys me so much because it's like that's literally like what the Boston Tea Party was. Like that
I
was
was
the
gonna
birth of our
say-
nation.
I know very little of American history, and most of my stuff, and this is gonna probably sound funny to you, but it is. Most of my stuff I know from American cartoons when I was a kid.
Now that makes
And
sense.
like, isn't the Boston Tea Party like one of the biggest fucking things in American history? And that's literally an act of terrorism.
So I don't think that Boston Tea Party would be considered terrorism, but what the Boston Tea Party
At
was
least vandalism.
it was vandalism basically. Like it was so the American colonists were getting fed up with taxation without representation, as it's called, which is that the British government considered America its territory and taxed American citizens and whatnot, but American citizens had no had no like say in British governance. Like we were just completely under their control, right? So the Americans were like, well, if we're going to be fucking paying taxes to you, we should be involved in the governing process. So what they did was to register this displeasure. They did what was called the Boston Tea Party.
There.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, the Boston Tea Party was when to register this displeasure at that situation. They got together. They snuck onto a merchant ship that was carrying a shitload of tea. And to be clear, like when I say a shitload of tea, I mean we're talking like a big solid block of tea that you would like scrape shavings off of in order to make tea bags. Like
Yeah.
we're talking
Like,
we're talking like
talking
years.
About, we're talking about tons of tea.
Yeah, each of these like blocks of tea would be like at least several months supply of tea, maybe even years. Like there were the equivalent of like thousands upon thousands of dollars of tea that they just threw into the ocean and just destroyed it to register their displeasure. Oh, there's a gem up there, by the way.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, that's super funny considering you Americans. It's the universal one is like, man, why do people devastate churches? Because obviously the Polish Christian churches has a heavy
Oh.
benefit in keeping abortion illegal
Right.
for obvious reasons. And people are like, man, destroying churches is bad. You're Christians, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, you're Christians, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, remember when Jesus destroyed the temple?
Did he ever destroy a temple?
There's literally a thing in the Bible. I don't know the details. I have to read the Bible at some point. It's one of the things I really want to do. But there's a part in the Bible in which Jesus just fucking goes apeshit in the temple.
I mean, I know that he goes apeshit in a temple, and he literally like makes his own whip with which to like beat the moneylenders. There's another gem there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember anything about him destroying a temple. I just know that like there were basically a bunch of like bankers working in a temple, and Jesus was like, "Fuck you guys, get out of here," and chased them out with a whip.
Yeah, I mean, obviously none of the protesters destroyed a temple, but they have devastated some for obvious reasons. And it's like, yeah, how can you display your faith if you destroy a temple? I don't know, ask the guy you pray to.
Yeah, it's just, and like all of it is just because of the fact that like these groups like supposedly identify with like America and Christianity and whatnot, but like not in a meaningful way where they actually know about any of that shit. It's just because like that's just like a constructed part of their identity that they have like a sort of limited understanding of, and like it's not about like actually being Christian or actually caring about the American Revolution. It's just about like the fact that that is a word that they can all rally behind.
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I was picking up some ammo.
Oh, I mean this fuckface.
Oh.
How do I drop this thing?
Woo.
Oh, god damn it. Can you heal me? Thanks. I was trying to take.
God, I can't see shit.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Also, yeah, Ailton mentions that he often got into arguments with wise men and priests. Very true. But
I mean, yeah, almost as if, like, like if you really get into the Bible, there's tons of stuff about how, like, it's not about blind faith.
Ow.
And like listening to the church is about being a decent human being, but most people don't realize that.
right, well, like there's a lot of like Old Testament shit that's like very much into like the whole
there's
blind
also,
faith thing. There's a lot of Old Testament shit that's very into the blind faith thing, but like the New Testament is kind of all about like, hey, let's make this religion thing less shitty.
Yeah, and it's like, What
mean,
I wanted to also say is like, man, destroying government slash public property is a bad form of protest and it's just vandalism. It's like, you know, the fact that you're mad about it proves that it is a valid form of protest. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
the thing is, when they say valid form of protest, they mean like
a
their idea
protest is
their
like
idea
an
of a valid
individual-
protest is just like saying your opinion in a way that doesn't inconvenience anyone, you know? Like to them,
Yeah.
the idea of protest is not to disrupt things, it's just to have like the thing that you have said put out there in some way.
Yeah. I had to get rid of the Las Plagas because it was like literally like forbidding me from move to your position.
Also, Ailton is mentioning Jesus also hung out with prostitutes and Roman tax collectors, forgave sinners, and his quote about rend unto Caesar could be interpreted in a rebellious way. Very true. There are a couple different ways that rend unto Caesar has been interpreted and can be interpreted, but one of them definitely is like a very like socialisty, anarchisty kind of way. Which is kind of the thing with the thing with the Bible, is that there are large chunks of it that can be interpreted in various ways. Which makes it that much weirder that like reactionaries have to just straight up lie about what's in it, because it's like, why can't you just like look at what's in there and find an interpretation that you like?
I mean, well, A, rifle ammo over here. B, that requires effort. But what I also wanted to say is,
Delta team, Chris here.
like,
We located a
I need to Dragunov over here. I need to straight up
we think he's
read the
safe.
Bible at some point, like, you know, page to page.
Yeah, I'm to some degree interested in doing so, but also the Bible is really, really fucking long.
I know, but it's like, you know, clearly it's not a thing you're meant to read and like, yeah, it's not a thing you meant to read as like, oh yeah, what a sick book to read. It's just,
Right.
I feel like it's becoming more and more relevant since faith is so strongly connected to religion.
Right.
Religion is so strongly connected to politics that
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's becoming more and more relevant to shut people the fuck up by quoting the thing they believe in.
Oh yeah, Pyro brings up a good point as well, that the Bible has been like heavily edited in a lot of different versions of it. Like the King James version, for example, had changes made. One, to like endorse like politics that King James agreed with, and two, some parts of it were changed just to like sound nicer, like sound more poetic in King James's estimation.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously there are different versions of the Bible, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what version would be considered like the least edited. I'd have to look into that. But the King James version in particular is like there's some nasty changes in there specifically to like for King James's convenience.
yeah. Okay,
Oh, also I have some shotgun shells for you.
and I have some rifle bullets for you, I think.
Nice.
Oh wait, no I don't, but I know where to find some.
I think I see some over here.
There
Oh
were
no, that's a
ones
hand
in,
grenade.
Like, there were ones on like a platform in the corner between me and you, on your left. Somewhere on your left.
Maybe up
Where's
this
that
ladder.
Where's that fucker that throws the goddamn dynamite?
Might already be
Oh, I
dead.
see him.
Oh, I guess not.
Okay, got it. Okay, what can we do to free up some of my inventory space? I can
Whoa.
give you... Oh shit! I gave you some red herbs, cause yeah.
Oh, nice.
And let's move up from here, cause this guy is gonna kill us.
Yeah. Shag was showing you prog rock. Did you listen to to King Crimson?
There you are, stupid shit.
But yeah, Frog, if you didn't listen to King Crimson, I would recommend doing so sometime. King Crimson is really good.
I thought you were gonna go, if you went to King Crimson, I'm gonna, do something nasty to you until you do.
I am.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what
threatening Frog.
I don't know what prog rock you've heard before, Frog. I don't know, what that means. Also, hey, there's a medallion over there. I can hit it from here with my rifle.
Yeah, sure, you do.
It's like way over there. Ah, shit. So far that like there we go. That the shakiness was like actually really being a problem.
A wild Joseph Stalin has charged at me.
While Jose Stalin is charging.
Sanchez Stalin. God, what was that fucking thing that came up during the election? There's gonna be a gem over there. What was the fucking thing that came up during the election in which some guy went like, man, the population of Georgia doesn't match up with
Oh yeah, with right, the number of votes and the population of Georgia, but he had Georgia the country's population.
Yeah, and he was literally like, that's not the state, that's a country. He was like, there's no country named Georgia.
Yeah, it was funny because like he thought they were being deity. He's like, no, you dumbass, Georgia's a state.
Yeah, just this fucking small country when this like insignificant person called Joseph fucking Stalin was born. I just saw that dynamite mid-air coming at you.
Whoop.
And I did. We need to get up and fucking get dynamite, guys, because this is getting insane.
Yeah.
Vamos al gulag, chico. Ah yes, my favorite dish. Tacos and vodka. And what were you talking about? How Stalin was like getting insanely drunk towards the end of his life?
Oh yeah, no, like for the last like 8 years of his life, he would just he would call up his cabinet. One sec, I got more whoops, I got more fucking shells for you. There we go.
Okay, I need to give this to you because I have literally no place in my inventory. Fuck you, man. Okay, I think we need to straight up just move the thing, otherwise they will keep spawning.
Yeah, I think so.
Why does this guy look so much like Jean Reno?
Anyway, so in like the afternoon each day, Stalin would like call up members of his cabinet and be like, "Hey, are you free for dinner tonight?" Which they would of course have to say yes to, because if not, he would most likely have their families killed. Like, he didn't say that, but it was kind of understood.
Yeah, hold on, I got some stuff for you.
And like, what dinner meant actually was just a shitload of drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, they did also have dinner, but it was mostly drinking. And yeah, and like dangerous levels of drinking, like they should be dead levels of drinking. Where it was like not uncommon for like people to like leave the party to go outside and vomit and then come back and drink more. Like yeah. And what was really funny is that fucking Stalin's liquor was watered down because his like doctor made him water it down because he was like not in the best of health. So under doctor's orders, he had to water down his liquor. But nobody else at these drinking parties had to water down their liquor, and Stalin still expected them to like drink as much as he did. But like but like the same volume but not watered down.
And I assume they were good Russian.
I mean, one of them was Gorbachev.
So yeah, it's vodka.
Yeah. So like fucking So yeah, it was just that. It was
We
just
need to find the proximity mines.
right. So yeah, he would have them drink, and they would go home very late at night and get up like in like the afternoon the next day because fuck. They would basically wake up just in time to get another call from Stalin saying, "Hey, are you free for dinner tonight?"
Yeah.
and then have to do it all again. And that went on for 8 straight years.
Is there any record of how many people died explicitly because of this?
Well, the thing is, it was like his entire cabinet was doing this, and most of them like survived to then like take office. Like I mentioned, one of them was fucking Gorbachev, who was the chairman until the Soviet Union disbanded in the 90s.
Yeah.
So like I think that they all miraculously survived, which is insane.
How will be a mystery forever.
Yeah.
And they never teach you that stuff on the fucking history lessons over here. And trust me, we talk a lot about fucking Russia.
Yeah, I mean, we don't hear it in our history lessons either. I had to listen to a podcast to hear about it.
Which you would think you would, because that's like a huge, oh man, Russia was so stupid. Okay, I'm gonna take this, and not much else, honestly. By the way, have you seen the fucking new Call of Duty thing that came out?
I saw something about how like in Call of Duty Cold War they're doing the thing again that they did in another Call of Duty where like they're blaming war crimes on Russia that had nothing to do with Russia.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Like they're doing it with like it wasn't like the Iran-Contra stuff specifically, but it was stuff relating to that.
I mean, it's kind of funny because you would think that at this point they would just like blame it on China.
Well, I mean, since it's set in the Cold War, they still have to, Russia was the communist threat at that point in time.
But there will be other opportunities.
I mean, yeah, but like if it's, I mean, it's obviously like them trying to like be hot take Call of Duty's American army propaganda. But like you would think that given the current climate, they would like move the goalposts more towards fuck China than fuck Russia. Like in general.
Do what you gotta do to stop them.
But I don't know.
Don't get too trigger happy or the guns will overheat. If that happens, we'll be an easy target till they cool down.
It's still like, man,
Up ahead.
Do you think they had Ruben Langton do mocap stunts for this segment?
I think they did. I think he's the mocap actor for Chris straight up.
Oh, nice.
I know. Tell me if I'm an idiot. I just think that it's weird that they didn't move COD to be the anti-China franchise.
I mean, well, the thing is, like, it's only kind of a subset of America that like wants to really be anti-China, because like a lot of American like businesses and whatnot like have a lot of interest tied up in China, Because no matter what China says, they're not actually communist. Like, they have a stock market and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone with a brain can. China is communist.
Well, there are a lot of people without brains, so...
I mean, yeah, but you know what I mean.
But they're called the Communist Party of China, so obviously the place is communist, even though it has a fucking stock market and corporations that have like on-site living quarters that their fucking workers are forced to be in.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they are communists. They are the bad guys, and communism equals bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny because nobody else in the world members what the fuck communism is, but I mean that's not true. Polish government often goes with, oh yeah, this anti-Polish communistic idea, but like nobody who's not the US or former Soviet Union country cares about communism anymore.
I mean, fascists everywhere do, but that's because that's like the big fascist boogeyman is communism. Like a lot of fascist movements like explicitly bill themselves as anti-communist rather than pro-fascist.
Yeah, I guess.
Like I was recently listening to a podcast episode that was like which I'm trying to remember which podcast it was. Fuck, which one was it? Anyway, they were talking about like a bunch of like leaked yeah, it was like leaked Discord logs for like people who were showing up as like in like militias to like the BLM protests to like, you know, kind of start shit with the protesters, right? And like one of the groups in question was literally just called Anti-Com, where because it was supposed to be like a play on Antifa, but instead of anti-fascist, it was anti-communist. And like they were just like literally like a straight up Nazi paramilitary that just like fucking started just would go out and start fights with leftists. Like they had an official website where like they claimed to like be a coalition of like varying political ideologies and whatnot, but then like everybody in the Discord was just straight up posting fascist shit.
I mean, I feel like that's, you know, that's what's gonna happen every fucking time stuff like this pops up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, is that like a big way that fascists recruit is by fear mongering about communism.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's really hard to like be able to get to like deal out damage in certain directions while also defending against those Molotovs.
And this is going way worse than last time.
Yeah, how about this? I'll keep an eye out to the right and you watch the left.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, like but yeah, it's just like because that's how the that's how like it was done in like 1930s Germany as well. Is that the Nazi Party mostly like they had like the stuff about Jews and whatnot, but and like that was always there and it was like always a part of their platform, but the biggest thing that got them support was the fact that they were like super anti-communist, and that got moderate conservatives on their side. Because like in 1930s, because before Nazi Germany, it was the Weimar Republic, which was like a representative democracy that was very extremely progressive for the time, and like the way that the Nazi Party ended up coming into power was that they formed a coalition with the conservatives, while the German communists refused to form a coalition with the Social Democrats because they saw the Social Democrats as just like a lighter form of fascism.
I mean, honestly, like, you know, the way that the reason why, as far as I know, Nazis came to rule Germany at the time is mostly also kind of because of the Western world, because like a huge reason after World War II, after World War One, the financial like payments they had to make up for it made that country like impossible to live in.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a huge part of it was like the reason that they were able to garner any support was because of the fact that Germany got like really fucked over after World War One and they promised to do something about it. But like that was what allowed like conservatives to sort of get on their side, you know?
Yeah, I get you. And this is the soundtrack that plays right now is the most like African sounding music in this entire game, I think.
And it's basically just like African safari action movie segment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, Nazbols are like, they would be funny if they weren't so sad. Pyro mentioned them in the chat, Nazbols.
Yeah,
Like they're
assume that that's an American thing for you guys.
no. I don't think that the Nazguls were started in America, at least. I'm pretty sure that it started. I could be Actually, I'm having trouble remembering where it was, so maybe it did start in America. But
I know what they are, but I don't know the English name.
so Nazguls are the Nacional Bolsheviks, which are they're literally just communists who are also racist.
I mean, yeah, that checks out. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking.
Okay.
man.
Pyro saying it started in Russia/Germany, which sounds about right.
I mean, yeah, Bolsheviks did start in Russia. We would know they tried to kill us.
Yeah, but yeah, like, yeah, Nazguls are basically Strasserites, like just another name for them. I mean, I'm willing to like. I'm willing to accept that like at least some of the like economic aspects are like you know like sincere. Like I don't want to just assume that like none of what they claim as their goals is actually their goals, but like it's definitely true that like that the eventual like at the actual attempt to like an actual attempt to like do what they claim they want to do would just result in fascism. Like it would not actually produce communism. Like that's definitely true. Because as it turns out, you can't effectively do discriminatory communism. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of counterproductive towards what you're. Man. I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, every time the Polish right wing is trying to rally people to their cause, they have to, like, either bring up the communism, Bolsheviks, or, like, you know, World War II, and or as currently Antifa and anarchists. It's kind of funny because when the fucking generation that cares about that stuff goes away, I don't think they will have man, because nothing has really happened in Poland since then.
I mean, that's kind of the thing in general is that like it seems like every government is just dead set on assuming that the boomers will be around forever.
Yeah. But you know, makes sense because generally every government is of boomers, so they don't give a shit what happens when they die.
Right. By the way, I also started Ratchet and Clank 3 last night after I finished the second one and like and played a little bit of its New Game Plus mode. Ratchet and Clank 3 is really like it's weird. Cause you know I'm sure most people by this point know about how like, you know, they had to like repurpose a bunch of multiplayer maps in it because they were running out of dev time and whatnot.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so it like it's this really weird case where like it's got big structural problems that Ratchet and Clank 2 didn't have, but it also has like actual mechanical improvements that are like really nice to have. So it's in like this weird spot of like it's kind of better but also kind of worse.
I mean, Devil May Cry 4.
Well, yeah, but like I think that I think that the structural problems of Ratchet and Clank 3 are smaller than those of Devil May Cry 4.
I mean, probably, but you know, the general idea of, yeah, this, like, gameplay improvements over the previous game, but also the game is not finished.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the game is a lot... Ratchet and Clank 3 is a lot less unfinished, because, like, Devil May Cry 4 is, like, literally, like, we made it halfway through the game and then had to stop.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean, but yeah, it's kind of the same energy of, you know... It has kind of the same energy when it comes to what the problem is.
Right.
And I think like very few quote unquote political statements make me like chuckle more than radical leftist, because it's like radical, like, yeah, I'm pretty radical, believe in human rights.
Well, it's one of those things where like leftist ideas have been so thoroughly like pushed out of so thoroughly pushed out of the Overton window that like in order to be a leftist at all you have to be radical, you know?
I mean, I know, but it's like, what do leftists believe in? Like,
The idea that people shouldn't be denied food and healthcare.
yeah, and like, everyone deserves to live in like a reasonable level of comfort and security. It's like, man, those radical leftists and their like idea that people should live somewhat prosperous lives.
I agree, Pyro, that social democracy won't cut it, but what I also mean is that like even being a social democrat is like slightly outside the Overton window in America. Like even that is considered radical by a lot of people.
Mega Man X level in what, 3?
Oh, and
even
Ratchet and Clank 3. Yeah, I played the first 2 levels of the Quark Vid comic. It's okay. Like it's fine.
I don't think I even played any of those because I don't remember. I might have, but I just don't remember.
I mean, if you beat Ratchet and Clank 3, then you would have had to because they're part of the required path.
Okay, then I just don't remember because it's been a while.
I mean, yeah, people liked him, Pyro, but like he was not allowed to actually like be a force in governance because like that's how the system is set up currently, is that the Overton window is to the right of social democracy as far as like actually being able to govern.
Okay, so basically what this level is that we have to go to each one of those little islands and get the key fragment to get the door to open.
Man, this area has more of an RE4 feel to it as far as like color grading and whatnot.
I mean, yeah, you got out of the African town, so we could get rid of the yellow filter. That's how it works, right?
I guess, yeah. I mean, there's definitely still some filtering. Like, there seems to be, like, a gray filter here, but I'll take a gray filter over a yellow filter, because yeesh.
Watch out!
I'm fine. I fear no crocodilian.
The reptilians are coming out to play with you. I don't know, like... I don't know a whole lot about Bernie other than, yeah, he's literally like everything I imagine a leftist politician is, which is just let people fucking live, you guys.
I mean, depending on who you ask, like a lot of people wouldn't consider him to quite be a leftist because of the fact that he's not actually against capitalism existing. Like he uses the phrase socialist to kind of like normalize it, but he's not actually a socialist. Like he just believes in like capitalism but with welfare, which is better than capitalism without welfare, but
I know. I mean, it's still, as I was saying back when like the elections in the US were beginning, and as outsiders, me and Looney looked at the candidates, and it was like the candidate for the American elections right now is fucking Bernie Sanders and a group of cartoon villains. Because like each one of them is so insanely evil.
Wait, where's this key fragment?
Over here. I just need to get rid of the last guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Yeah, I got eaten.
Okay.
I should have been more afraid of the crocodilians.
Funny thing, I don't think I have mentioned this. You can just unlock different filters in this game as in-game unlockables.
Huh, that's weird.
I haven't tested them myself, but you know, I imagine one of them is the first 3 chapters are not yellow.
Right.
But yeah. And I feel like we've been talking about politics for like half this
How could
stream.
someone do this to them?
Yeah, we kind of got into like a flow with it.
I mean, I'm not complaining. Just you know,
But yeah, on the subject that Dragon Knight brought up about the Mega Man X levels in Ratchet and Clank 3, which yeah, if you beat that game, you would have had to play them because you have to play certain ones of them to like unlock the next
I mean,
planet.
you know, it's been like 4 years.
Yeah.
So.
So basically, there's an in-universe Captain Quark video game, which is 2D platformer levels. There are 5 of them, and I think you have to do like 3 or 4. And it's just like it's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. But like the funniest thing is that like the one of the devs like was talking about it in an interview, and he was saying like, yeah, I wanted to make something kind of similar to Mega Man X, and then you actually play it, it's like, this is fucking nothing like Mega Man X. Are you insane?
I mean, you know, it's. I mean, he tried to make it like Mega Man X. Doesn't mean he succeeded.
Yeah, it's like, because I mean, one, you don't have a dash, which is like big fucking black mark for me. 2, like the jumps just like don't feel quite there, if that makes sense.
I mean, Mega Man X is all about precise jumps. So
Yeah, and it does not feel nearly precise enough in Ratchet and Clank
Chris just eating a raw egg.
based. And like, so all right, so you load into the level, and by default you just have your punch move, which is on square. In order to be able to use a gun, you have to pick up a gun power-up, which gives you a limited number of shots, and you have to pick up another one if you run out. And you just, like, get a different gun on each level.
I mean, as someone who played one Mega Man X game in their life and isn't very good at it, nothing about this sounds like a Mega Man X game.
It's because it's not.
Like, I might not know what I'm talking about, but I think that guy is full of shit. I don't even think it's Mega Man Classic, because I cannot imagine.
Yeah, it's like, it's approaching Mega Man Classic, but it's not quite there. Is this a place?
Yeah, it's a place.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, one of these islands is optional, but I can't tell you even one, so we're just gonna have to check him. But yeah, it's like, man, this isn't even a human skull. Fuck you.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Probably
Is it like a-
monkey.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it would be like an ape or something skull.
Like, this is like a Warhammer Xeno skull. Like, this is an orc skull. Oh yeah, Ellie was really curious this part of the game is gonna make you feel, considering, you know, the native African aesthetic, let's call it that.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Like, it's definitely like they're going for it. They probably shouldn't have, but they are.
I mean, again, I straight up think that, you know, none of this is malicious. It's literally like Japan being like, man, you know what's sick?
I mean, yeah,
Ancient African culture.
It's not malicious, but it's very insensitive. It's the thing.
Yeah, which is, you know, again, a very on brand for Japanese creators to be like, there's another one over here that you can jump on. I feel like it's very on brand for Japanese creators to be like, here's this, you know, possibly culturally insensitive thing, but it's so cool, so we're gonna do it. Even if that means even if that means Chris is mowing down a bunch of black people in Palma skirts. or whatever those are made from. And yeah, they also chuck spears at you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those calls that Chaos Marines use as... Fuck you. It's one of those calls that Chaos Marines use as fucking, like, you know, what's the thing, what's the part of the armor that you... Shoulder pads, yeah, I remember. It's one of the skulls that Chaos Marines use on their shoulder pads, which admittedly pretty raw. Oh, yeah, don't get that thing, don't get caught by that thing.
Yeah, it seems dangerous. I mean, I'm still up here, so...
Shoot the tail. Okay, let's go.
Ah,
Let's
fuck.
go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, if that thing catches you, one-shot kill.
Yep.
Pauldrons is also a good word, yes. You know, I feel like my English is pretty decent. That being said, sometimes brain doesn't work. It's a kind of a running theme with me in different parts of my life.
Pauldrons
Sometimes
is a
brain-
weird word anyway.
I mean, usually I go with fucking, you know, shoulder pads.
Yeah.
But in the case of the Space Marines, you know, those shoulder pads are like the size of a human being. So. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Ellie. I was playing fucking Soulstorm, but with the Ultimate Apocalypse mod, and in that one you fucking get the Chaos Demon faction, and it's, you know, basically there's a lot of overlap with Chaos, obviously, but also one of the units is just straight up Angron. Like, Demon Primarch Angron is a unit in that game, which is cool as fuck. And Rubric Marines are straight up a different unit for some reason. Even though Thousand Suns still isn't the default color in that mod. And yeah, I've checked. Unfortunately, Magnus or R units. Which is kind of weird considering they're probably one of the most popular Chaos dudes in Warhammer. I would really enjoy Ahriman talking in Sindri's voice. Not sure if you've ever played Dawn of War.
I have not.
Yeah, it's, you know, pretty good game even if you're not into Warhammer.
I mean, the thing is, I think I'm more into Warhammer than I am into RTSs.
Same, but it's still really good in the sense that if you have all the expansions with Soulstorm, it's like pretty much almost like every major faction is in that game outside of the Tyranids, and there's a mod to add Tyranids in. So it's a really good thing if you want to just, you know, have basic knowledge about every faction in 40k. That being said, you know what's sad about Dawn of War?
What's that?
So I booted up Dawn of War 3 today. Okay, let me explain to you the number of factions in each Dawn of War game at the end of its life cycle. Dawn of War 1, Eldar, Dark Eldar, Orcs, Marines, Space Marines, like 7 or 8, something like that, right?
Mhm.
That's Dawn of War 1. Dawn of War 2, 3 in the base game, 4, 5 or 6, something like that. Dawn of War free. Free.
God.
Like, it's like, and it's not even something that you would think makes sense, because it's like, you know, man, it's a fucking game about the Space Marines. Like, why isn't Chaos in here? You know, the main antagonistic faction of the Space Marines, or anything like that. It's Space Marines, Orcs, and Eldar. It's like, why? Like, couldn't you just release a DLC with fucking Chaos? I'm pretty sure people would like Chaos.
Jeez, that was like a 15-foot vertical leap.
I mean, yeah, you can say that all of these guys are or Frog Kings.
God, that's terrible.
I know. You're welcome. I mean, are you welcome? I don't know.
Oh shit. God, I missed all of them and hit you.
I mean, yes, you certainly did that, but also, in response to what Illy is saying, I don't know, Han. Like, the fact that Blood Ravens are the main, you know, OC characters of the Dawn of War series, and they are literally implied to be Thousand Sons descendants, in the same way as Nero is implied to be Virgil's son, as in he fucking is. Like, I'm surprised that, you know, Magnus is not a playable thing in that game, because like he's the leader of the Thousand Sons. And like, yeah, in case you didn't know, it's like literally heavily like implied, like it's basically said in everything except just calling it directly, that Blood Ravens, which are the OC chapter of Space Marines created for the purposes of the Dawn of War series, that they are just a descendant of the Thousand Sons. Okay, hold on, let me use this on us. And man, thinking about it, Thousand Sons is such a sick name for your faction. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the mod that's out is a bit younger than 2010 Han. You know, considering it's still being made. I know, how much Warhammer talk can you tolerate on this stream?
I mean, it's fine. Like, Warhammer's cool, I just don't know almost anything about it.
Yeah, it's cool. My knowledge is like, you know, limited at very best, probably wrong at very worst. Okay.
My knowledge is like, I know about the orc's psychic powers, and I know about the fact that goblins are fungus.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, orcs are fungus as well.
Right.
It's all fungus. Big fungus.
Big Chungus.
Yeah, chungus fungus.
Yep. These are all reasonable things to be saying.
We call the orcs big fungus. We call the war chief chungus fungus.
Yes.
Okay, bad news, you gotta shoot the guys.
That's pretty cool.
I need to move a little bit.
Maybe I should
so
use
they
my
don't
rifle.
fucking-
Yeah, that's better.
They're just on the right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. These arrows hit hard. I have
Right.
to move. Try from over here. No, these fucks just keep throwing these things. God damn.
Eh.
On your left.
Yeah, the thing is, I keep getting like real close to lining it up, and then you turn. There we
I
go.
got. Okay, guy in the watchtower.
Ah. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Oh, they've just got magical mechanical spikes.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Oh, hey,
Rosebud-
Council Mechanic ascribed. Sheva's posture and accuracy exudes so much discipline and power. It's the exact kind of badassery one would expect from a black female. God.
Excuse me, we call them femoids.
Right, yeah, femoid.
Man,
Man, I hope everybody was here last week for that fucking talk about the IGN review, or that would sound really bad.
oh god! Oh, it just clicked in my brain. Jesus. And you were mad at me when, like, I read out loud the way that Illy called Nerd El Gigante in this game.
Sheva!
To be honest, it's not as bad because my brain confused him with Nerd Gigante from Monster Hunter, which is not as bad as the thing I was gonna say. Yet I have stopped myself, so it is saved. Man, you know why I'm gonna be like the worst. Hold on, the crowd. Ah, never mind. You know why I'm gonna be the worst Warhammer player in the world? I wanna get like at least one female into my Space Marine chapter, and that's gonna break people's brains.
I don't trust these holes.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. They are very trustworthy holes.
I don't think they're trustworthy.
It's just a little hole.
I'm gonna go around.
I mean, preferably go into the buildings and collect whatever you can before you do that, you know?
Mhm.
I know. Call me crazy. I think we might want now. Okay, I'm not gonna make the mistake of reading that name out loud again. Like, I have no interest in getting Nicole's channel nuked.
Alright, Null says that that the holes don't activate until you pick up the key item.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, just don't get inside and
Right.
just pick up whatever you can.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can hold on, I got the main big enemy of this section glitched, so I'm gonna try to eliminate him before he manages to do anything.
Whoa.
Okay, he unglitched. You're gonna recognize him when he gets close to you.
Wait, it's not this big guy in the mask?
Yeah, there's more than one.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, he's already close to me.
Okay, took care of one of them. You can recognize him because he's making Zoidberg noises. Yeah,
Ow.
just like that.
Man, I just kicked that dude's head to pieces. Awesome.
Yeah, man, with those flies, no wonder you can do that. God, this guy is way tougher than the last one. But I got him. What I'm saying is, much like gamers hate women and minorities.
Come on.
Okay, that was the last
There we
one, so
go.
we can just pick up whatever we can find.
Now, is this game longer or shorter than Resident Evil 4?
It's like half the length.
Okay. Also, hey, Magnum.
Yay. It's a weapon, especially powerful against living things.
Damn right
Also
it
the
is.
Also the greatest handgun ever made, 6 bullets more than enough to kill anything that moves. But remember that engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever.
Monologue from Dirty Harry.
Okay, what do we do to make this work? Can we exchange pistol ammo for magnum ammo?
Maybe.
I need ammo.
Use this.
Okay. Yeah, something, you feel lucky, punk. Go ahead, make my day. Said Chris to some random black person.
God, that's terrible.
I mean, this game be like that, you know?
That's awful.
To be honest, you're holding the revolver, not...
Oh shit, I gotta hold it.
Yeah, you gotta hold it.
Now I'm assuming that it's possible to just straight up kill you by releasing it while you're on the bridge, right?
I mean, yes. Is it something you would like to do?
Well, no, I'm just asking.
Yeah, for a friend.
Yeah, Jack Saint has a good video on like the whole Dirty Harry series, and like the ways that it kind of works to whitewash fascism. It's a good video.
Wait, oh. Yeah, is that situation still developing? Because I don't think there's much to that situation, that's, you know. Okay, gonna read you a note. Village Youth's Diary. April 5th. A man who said he was the foreman of the oil plant came to visit us today. He said he wants to inoculate everyone living near the oil field against some kind of disease. In my parents' generation, they tricked our people and stole the land to turn it into their oil field. They must feel guilty about that because they are always trying to help our village now. You know, something capitalism. When we couldn't get across the swamp, they built a gondola on a rope for us. Sometimes they will even give us alcohol from foreign countries. This medicine is probably something like that. Everyone in our village is glad to receive this medicine, but I don't want it. I don't have a reason for not getting it. I just didn't like the way the foreman looks, that's all. April 8th. Everyone went to the oil field to get this inoculation. The village is usually never this quiet. The only thing to do today is sleep. April 9th. I slept too much during the day, so I couldn't sleep at night, and it was noisy outside. Everyone was talking with serious voices in the middle of the village. All of the children in the village had come down with a fever. The mothers all drew water to cool their bodies, but it didn't help. By the next morning, they were all dead. In the morning, our leader went to the oil field. He wanted to know if the medicine they were given killed the children. When he came back to the village, he said the children died because they had the disease. He told everyone that they needed to go back for more shots. I didn't want to, but everyone in the village was worried about catching the disease. They forced me to go with them and get the shots. April 10th. People are fighting in the village. All the men are very angry. It might be because all the children died, but I think it's something else. The women just sit around and don't move. I wonder if the disease is spreading. April 11th. I couldn't sit still today. It felt like something was moving around inside me. Outside, I saw a man who looked strange. He was naked and had a weapon. His entire body was covered in war paint. It wasn't even a festival day. I tried to talk to him, but when he turned around, I saw his face. He didn't even look human. What is happening to the people of my village? April 12th. The screaming has not stopped since yesterday. The men are all dressing like our ancestors and fighting each other. Most of the women have died. April 13th. Head hurts, fever, feel angry. Saw big man outside window, very tall, must be vision. April 14th. Feel good, scream stop. Looks fun, want to kill. So I feel like that note was a lot of references. Thanks.
Man, the notes in this game are really fucking long.
Yeah, it took a minute, didn't it?
Like the other one, the one about the Type 2 plagas was also long as fuck.
Yeah, it takes a while to get through them. Not gonna lie.
Like in comparison with like the other Resident Evil games, like it's just much longer notes in this one.
I mean, to be honest, there's way fewer of them.
Yeah, I think it would be better if there were more shorter ones spread out.
Okay, hold on, got something for you.
Nice.
But yeah, basically, it's a reference to why children and women here, much like the end credits of Resident Evil 4. And it's also like general like haha, using black people as
Right.
experimentation, and also in reference to itchy taste. So you got like a lot going on here. The eggs from the snakes like give your health back, so you can use the one that dropped. And there's another one over here. Just eat that raw egg. The raw egg.
Right. Do you have any space in your inventory? Because I can't like eat it without picking it up.
You can. Oh, you have no spare handgun ammo. Hold on. Here.
Oh, I could give you an incendiary grenade actually, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, you got some health back.
Actually, I'll give this to you anyway, and I'll just pick up the other one.
Exchange it. Okay, and I'm gonna give this to you. There we go. So yeah, basically, once you
Holy
start
shit! She just fucking like cracked that against her thigh and then just slurped it down.
Yeah, I mean, Chris does the same thing. Just
Jesus.
this random egg from somewhere in Africa. Yeah, just fucking shove it down your throat. Why wouldn't you?
I
What's
guess.
the downside? Okay, where the fuck do we need to do? I think we need to use the gondola that the kid mentioned in the note. Need to find it. Hold on, I think because that's no, is that progression? I don't know. No, it's not.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, just
Take their
stealing-
ceremonial mask.
Yeah, just stealing artifacts from this foreign country like a real American. It's funny because, like, at least in RE4 you had a physical who bought this stuff. In RE5, Chris just sells it to an undisclosed party. Just like, yeah, whatever, just give me money.
Also, in RE4, none of the treasures are implied to be like significant cultural relevance. You know, they're just valuable material.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's just like, oh yeah, we found a fucking ceremonial mask. We're gonna sell it.
I mean, to be honest, again, like a real American.
Well, yeah.
Apparently, there was supposed to be a merchant in this game, but Capcom cut him for whatever reason.
Because they're cowards.
I mean, either because they're cowards or B, because he was like a really fun stereotype.
That could be a yeah. Also, Ailton mentioned the clip of expanding Joshua Graham with eyes glowing, going, "We can't expect God to do all the work." I like that. I also like how I survived because the fire inside me burned brighter than the flames around me. Like how that line became a thing among like Facebook boomer moms.
Yeah, it's it. Let's just say that Obsidian achieved a lot of things they didn't mean to. I know, like we cannot expect God to do all the work. It always cracked me up. Like I even asked Illy to do an edit for me when I was streaming Final Fantasy X, with like Waka going, "We cannot expect Yevon to do all the work."
No.
Yeah, remember the fish from RE4? hope
I
you
do.
like it.
I do
What was
like
the
the
name?
fish from RE4. It's a
What
good
was the name
fish.
What was the name of that fish?
It was I don't remember what it was, but I know that it like I'm pretty sure that it just like translated to like the lake or something like that.
I mean, if you know anything about Spanish, like, I can only imagine fucking Blur, Victor, and their boyfriend have like tons of fun with this with RE4. Because if you know a little bit of Spanish, that game is hilarious.
Ah.
Because you know if you know a little bit of Spanish, you realize that everything just say is nonsense.
Okay, Del Lago, that was it. Yeah, Null had it in the chat. But yeah, and it literally it just means the lake. The lake monster is called the lake.
I mean, on brand for RE4.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I need to get Knight to play RE4 with me sometimes so I can translate Spanish, because it's like, yeah, you know, Los Iluminados.
Right.
Okay, I forget what Muerto este Vivo means, but I remember it's something stupid. See? Kicking the bell makes the bridge go up with no human intervention whatsoever.
I mean, I think that was a button that he kicked.
I think it was literally like a bell, but even if it's a button, how the fuck does that work?
Well, they got their magical primitive like mechanics.
Yeah, I was trying to bait you into saying magic.
No, I'm talking about like they've clearly got like mechanisms made out of wood here, but like they're primitive mechanisms, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like it's mechanisms that shouldn't work and are basically magic.
Biocurse. Yeah, the Biocurse made the bridge go up. That's what Resident Evil is all about. The Biocurse thing. I love how these wooden masks stop bullets.
They're very good at that.
Yeah, you know. Like, at least in RE4, those priests were wearing, like, steel animal masks. Here's just, like, a chunk of wood on my head stops the bullet.
Right. Okay, I think you're gonna need to hit that crank so I can get over there.
Oh, yeah. You know, remember when I said that I hope you like the fish from RE4?
Yes.
Yeah, so, about that. You have fun down there.
Good. Don't worry, Null. I'm not afraid of a crocodilian. The hell? Somebody just threw dynamite in the water.
And this is an extremely inefficient system, tell you what.
Yeah, no, it goes like all the way over there.
Like, this is probably less. This is so much less efficient than just building a bridge.
Or just like using that boat right there.
Yeah, or like using a boat. Also, this alligator is pretty tough, like surviving all of that fucking dynamite in the water. What a chat.
Yeah, this is definitely a button over here because it gets pushed in. So yeah, it's magical mechanisms that shouldn't work but do.
Yeah, it's a bio curse. And you should play the Revelations games on stream, because I want to hear your take about Terra Grigia.
Wait, play what?
The Revelations games.
Oh,
on stream.
okay.
'Cause
Yeah,
I want to hear your opinion about Terra Grigia.
I mean, yeah, I've been thinking about streaming Revelations because like I wanna run through them anyway.
I mean, Revelations 1 doesn't have co-op, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Revelations 2 is a heavily co-op game.
Right.
If you want to, I have it on Steam. But yeah, it's fun. It's really playable solo. Like I finished it solo, but
I see.
getting the good ending is a bit
From
tricky if you're
VSAA.
alone.
What the hell are they doing here?
You know, if you change a bunch of letters in Trisol and spell it backwards, it says umbrella.
But yeah, if you change letters, yeah. Oh, Type 3 Plagas field test. 1 week has passed since the initial field test of the Type 3 Plagas. Type 3 was designed to display dramatically enhanced physical abilities over previous versions. The original Las Plagas had a special plaga known as the Control Plaga that would provide a host with enhanced physical abilities. These control types were limited in number, and they always caused severe physical changes in the host, and thus it is not always expedient to use them. From a business standpoint, this was undesirable. The idea was to create super soldiers without any side effects, something consumers wanted. Other teams are currently working on developing a similar product to Las Plagas for commercial use, but given the affinity Las Plagas has for human hosts, it seems advantageous to continue to develop it. Other methods may produce superior super soldiers, but if they do not render the host completely controllable, their effectiveness would be limited. Taking a subordinate plaga, the base Las Plagas, and implanting a gene from the control plaga created a new type of plaga, the Type 3. God, I'm getting really sick of saying plaga. It is believed that if Type 3 can be perfected, it will become the new standard on the bioweapons market. But that day is still in the offing. I guess this is a British guy saying this. During a recent field test, a number of issues came to the fore. The chief problem is its ineffectual adherence rate. In adult and adolescent males, the adherence rate is approximately 92%, the same for normal Las Plagas. For women and young children, Type 3 has a 0% adherence rate. With these disappointing results, it is obvious that in its current state, Type 3 would not render an adequate product. It says adequate product, but that's incorrect. In addition, superficial mutations were invariably fatal. This is thought to be due to the dynamic influence of the control plaga gene. The test, however, was not without some favorable results. Our goal to realize dramatic physical enhancements were somewhat Our goal to realize dramatic physical enhancements were somewhat realized. There's a lot of bad grammar in this. The jumping power of hosts has shown remarkable improvement. Hey, I mentioned earlier that was like a 15-foot vertical leap.
Yeah.
Another point is one we hadn't predicted: size increase in the hosts, with some reaching a height of almost 3 meters. This could also be due to the gene from the control plaga, but it is within acceptable parameters. With this field test, we did not achieve all our initial desired results, but the test was not a complete failure. It may be possible to use the information garnered from the current tests and use them to make improvements in any future tests.
So, I gave you some stuff. That's A.
Oh, sick.
And
Nice.
B, like, you know, the joke with Trisel being umbrella spelled backwards is that, like, you know how they just kind of decided we need another evil corporation?
Yep.
Also, I wanted to point out, how the fuck does the bioweapon market look like? It's like every single fucking bioweapon ever produced in the series has been a gigantic failure.
Looks like we've
I mean, I don't know about gigantic failure. It's caused problems for
Because
sure.
they had to nuke an American city.
That's within acceptable parameters.
The closest they've gotten to a useful bioweapon was Mr. X, and even that was like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I mean, I would say that Nemesis was closer.
I mean, yeah, but he still got owned.
He did, yeah.
Like, you know what? I feel like the effectiveness of a bioweapon measured by, is it able to get owned by one human being?
Well, in fairness, like every main character of Resident Evil is a fucking superhuman.
I mean, yeah, basically. Man, I need to get RE3 on PC. I saw that bodybuilder chill mode, and I'm like, yeah!
Okay, so Null is asking me about my favorite soda, salty snack, chocolate type bar, and fruit candy. Let me think about this.
How about these things don't even exist in Poland, so...
What?
What the fuck is a fruit candy?
Like a fruit flavored candy.
Is it like a bar, or like, is it like the
And-
small
and-
candy that you just put into your mouth and eat?
It's any candy that is fruit flavored.
Okay, because I was like, do you guys just have like Mars bars that are candy flavored?
No, we don't have fruit flavored Mars bars, no. But so for soda, I think I would probably go with. Right now, I think I would go with IBC cream soda, but I'm gonna try Cheerwine soon, so I'll see if that's better or not.
I know. Are you a millionaire?
I am not a millionaire, but Cheerwine is not that
Nicole?
expensive here.
Nicole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There was a cutscene playing out. Why can't I use the zip line to go back?
Because that's the challenge of this thing. No, move your ass.
Anyway, but yeah, so we'll see whether Cheerwine becomes my new favorite soda after I try it.
He just opened the door with a chainsaw. What a chat.
Yeah.
Okay, just let me get closer to you.
Shit! Oh fuck! I didn't realize I was out of ammo.
I did get closer to you.
I didn't realize I needed to reload. For salty snack, shit, that's actually kind of tough. What would I consider my favorite salty snack?
That one's super easy for me.
I think I'm gonna get rid of the rifle for now and just run handgun and magnum.
Do you guys have something called Crunch Chips over there?
Called what?
Crunch Chips.
Crunch chips. I'm not familiar.
So, it's regular chips, but you know how you have like those, you know, normal like thin chips, and then there are the thick ones.
Yeah.
So Crunch Chips has the thick ones, and they are called X-Cut, which is anime-esque name.
Sure.
But they have them in the flavor of something called Chakalaka. That was funny. What I just saw. And it's basically a spicy sweet flavor that's extremely good. Like those are my favorite chips ever made. They are really good.
Yeah, I think for salty snacks I would probably have to go with like, yeah, I think I'd go with the Gardetto's snack mix. That stuff's really good. With an honorable mention to a particular type of Gardettos that they make, where so normal Gardettos is kind of comparable to Chex Mix. I just think it's like a bit higher quality and it doesn't have Chex in it. But you know how in Chex Mix it has the rye chips?
If you're asking me, I have no fucking idea what those are.
Oh, are you do you have any familiarity with like Chex Mix at all?
Nicole, this is an alien name to me. Those
Okay.
don't exist over here.
Okay, so there in Chex Mix there one of the like things that's in it is like there are these chips that are like made out of like small pieces of like toasted bread so that it's all crunchy, right?
Yeah.
And there are white ones and there are dark ones, and the dark ones are rye bread, and those are like the best part. Like those are by far the best thing in Chex Mix is the rye chips. Everybody loves rye chips. Some people don't, but only fools don't. So
Yeah, like every time, this is like, how half the jokes after Death's episode was like fast food jokes. I was like, I'm listening to aliens because all I know is KFC and McDonald's. I have no idea what the fucking Taco Bell Crunch Wrap is, and I have no idea what the French fries joke is about. French fries dipping in sauce joke, and I'm like,
oh, the French fries dipping in barbecue is because on Twitch, an ad that started getting shown a lot was a McDonald's ad where they had Travis Scott say like what he gets at McDonald's, and one of the things was like he talks about like what he gets on his burger and what drinks he gets, and then at the end he says, and I dip the fries in barbecue sauce, and like that started getting shown like multiple times every single stream on the Gigaboot streams, so it became a meme.
okay.
But okay, so yeah, rye chips are really good. Everybody loves them. Gardettos, in addition to doing like a snack mix, which of course has them in it, just like to the normal degree, they also have another thing that you can get where it's literally just a bag of rye chips, which I give an honorable mention to, because while I think that like there's more value in like having like the mix, it is also amazing that they decided to just say fuck it, we're just gonna give them straight chips.
Fucking, why didn't that explode?
There it goes.
Yeah, just fucking die already. Okay, he's dead. But yeah, like,
He took a lot of Magnum bullets.
half of your fucking American fast food jokes are like, or snack jokes are like, yeah, I literally have no idea what you guys are talking about.
But yeah, so that's my salty snack one. Let's see, the other two categories were chocolate bar and fruit snack or fruit candy. For fruit candy, I'm gonna go with Mike and Ike's. Those are really good. They're kind of like a jelly bean, but they're shaped like a pill. If that makes any sense. And
I know what you mean, and yeah, we have an equivalent to that.
yeah, I like them a lot. They're very tasty. And
Okay,
and they
so-
have like a nice texture.
So you want me to give you guys an aneurysm when you...
Did you just cut out?
When you finish yours, I'm gonna give you mine, so you...
Well, go ahead and say your thing while I think about what chocolate bar I like best.
Okay, soda is gonna be the most familiar to you. It's it's probably either flavored Pepsi, and by flavored Pepsi I mean we get mango. God, what's the thing? What's the English word for the thing you get to your sushi to cleanse your palate?
I don't know.
The seaweed that you eat.
Oh,
with sushi.
I think it's like kale or
Ginger.
something.
No, ginger.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
Ginger. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's right, because ginger is like a spice, or not spice, but it's like a root that has like a particular flavor to it.
I think I was being an idiot and it's not a seaweed ginger, but yeah.
Okay.
We get ginger Pepsi, cherry Pepsi. Lemon Pepsi isn't great, but Pepsi Twist, which is God, the word escapes me. The yellow lemon thing. The citrus, I think, general citrus.
Yeah, citrus is like a whole category of fruit that's like oranges, lemons, grapefruits, grapes, limes, like anything with citric acid in it.
Yeah, because you got the green one is so lime Pepsi isn't great, but the yellow one is pretty good, and yeah, generally every single Pepsi flavor is at least decent, and some are just great. Okay, so here's where the fun begins. I already explained like the salty snack one.
Well, watch out.
Which is Chakalaka Crunch Chips. Those are my favorite ones. Now, for chocolate bars, I would say like this isn't gonna mean anything to you. Okay, so Wawel is the Polish company that does chocolate, and they make chocolate that's filled with different like fruit flavored filling. Basically any fruit flavor filling is good with me. It's strawberry or like I don't know, orange, like blueberries, like whatever they have is good. So yeah, chocolate with fillings, and for like candy, I'm gonna go with jelly beans that you can get in Lidl, which Lidl is a German like supermarket chain that has a shit ton of stores in Poland, and I don't know if this states. Chain stores over here have value brand food that's made specifically for them. Like
Oh yeah,
Tesco.
that's a thing over here.
Josh?
Yeah, so like Tesco has their own stuff, Biedronka has their own stuff, fucking Kaufland has their own stuff, and Lidl has jelly beans of different flavors made specifically for them. I usually go with one of three types, either peach flavored rings, apple flavored rings, and jelly worms, and all of them are dipped in
The hard drive containing data on
sour, like sour powder.
Yeah,
So,
sour gummies are always pretty strong. I've been munching on a box of sour gummy bears here all during this stream.
Yeah, I think I'm just straight up gonna get myself some tomorrow for work. So yeah, those are my favorites.
Also, Null, I was closing it, not opening it.
Which again, most of what I said means nothing, because it's either European brands or like stuff that's specific to my region.
Right.
Like I'm pretty sure Crunch Chips is a Polish brand of chips, even though they are called Crunch Chips.
Yeah, I think what I'm landing on for chocolate bar is either Heath bars, which are like a toffee bar coated in chocolate, or Take Fives, which they're named because there are 5 ingredients in them. Let me see if I can remember all of them. I think it's like chocolate, pretzel, peanut butter, nougat, and maybe toffee, but I'm not sure on that.
Speaking of that stuff, I need Looney to give me the name of the channel, but she was showing me using Discord streaming. There's a YouTube channel in which like 3 Japanese guys go to a foreign country and they have to try 10 restaurants and they have to take the most popular dish from each restaurant and they basically like make a rule that they play some sort of game like rock paper scissors or whatever, and the one that loses has to eat the next meal. So theoretically each one of them has to eat up to 10 meals a day.
God.
And almost like in theory it's possible for one of them to have to eat 10 meals a day if things go badly. The worst one it got so far was one that had to eat 6. So I saw 2 series from them. One was American fast food chains, in each one they had to take the most popular burger, and they went to like obviously McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Five Guys, Arby's, Wendy's, whatever. And the second one was way more interesting. So I don't know if this is a thing in the States. It's not a thing over here. They went to Australia. Yeah, wonder why Looney wanted to show me that one, huh? They went to Australia, and in Australia there's something called BYO barbecue, where BYO stands for Bring Your Own.
Right.
Basically, they're like, God, I am running out of space. They're like public ovens, like in parks and whatnot, in which you can just, make your own fucking barbecue. And people just bring their meat and the oven is just there. You can use it. Which is a pretty neat thing. So the guys were tasked with going to different butchers in Australia and asking each one for their most popular BYO barbecue meat. So what it ended up happening is that using the game they've created, one of them had to eat 6 people worth of barbecue meat.
God.
It was real funny because it was like this really scrawny Japanese man eating essentially an equivalent of 10 kilograms worth of meat.
Jesus Christ. Also, I am like very low on ammo here.
Okay, we gotta move. We have no chances.
Oh shit, shit, shit.
Yeah.
It's so crowded.
Okay, I opened it so we can move.
Are you okay? Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, for all intents and purposes, like,
It looks like
Yeah, Noel is
It's
saying
a-
that it'd be really cool if there was a place in the States where you could bring your own meat to have cooked. He also says that he has to imagine the cost of running such a place would be great. I assume great as in like very good, not as in very large, because you could remove so much overhead by not having to store the food.
I mean, the thing is, it's not a place. They went to a park and there was an oven.
I mean, yeah, there are parks in America that just have like little grills that you can use. Although I don't think that those see a whole lot of use, usually they're like not super high quality. So usually if people are going to be grilling in a park, they'll just bring their own portable grill.
I mean, I can imagine they cleaned them for the purposes. Hold on, I think there's something over here.
I mean, yeah, it's not just obviously you clean a grill, and like also like the fire helps with that. But like the problem with the ones in America that I've seen isn't that they aren't clean, it's just that like they're not very high quality grills.
Yeah, quality-wise, they seemed fine, and it's like, yeah, I think it's everything over here.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, they didn't have problem using those. I can only imagine they had to clean them, but like it's still an interesting idea to me. Like, yeah, there's this oven in the fucking like park or at the beach or whatever. You just bring your meat, like raw meat from like whatever butcher that will sell it to you, and you can go.
Mhm.
And it was funny because at some point one of the guys was like, because they don't speak English, and obviously a regular butcher in Australia doesn't speak Japanese. So at some point, one of those guys, accidentally almost bought like 10 kilograms of meat from one butcher. And like, if he did that, he would have to eat it, and that was butcher number like 4 out of 10.
God. Yeah, Noel hit the nail on the head in the chat here saying about the grills in parks here in America is they're 4 slabs of steel with a grate welded into it, slapped together to create a grill.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's just like a little tiny box, basically, that you're supposed to put coals inside of, but it's like, yeah, it's not very good.
Oh yeah, we also saw another series which was them just going to sushi restaurant in Japan. So, you know, there was no communication problem, but the problem was they had to each buy the most popular sushi pack. Oh, hold on. God, I cannot unload my gun.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry about that. I thought I can just unload it and give it to you. Yeah, they had to get stuff from sushi restaurants in Japan. The problem with that was the rule was get the most popular sushi pack from each restaurant. In each restaurant, it was like a 2 to 4 people pack that was the most popular one. So what ended up happening is that each one of them ate like 10 people worth of sushi in a day.
Man, why does this guy fucking talk like Harley Quinn?
I mean, again, there's a great mod that replaces his mother with Weskers.
Yeah, but I just noticed that, like, not only his accent, but also, like, his inflection is very Harley Quinn-esque.
I mean, oh yeah, here's the Josh Boatman. He's meant to have, like, a weird-ass European, like, Brooklyn accent.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Man, like, it's so funny because technically he's meant to be like the primary antagonist as of right now. He's barely a factor in this game.
Ah. Fuck, I don't have anything to shoot that with.
Hold on. Gotcha.
Ah!
Did you just lock yourself in the room with big box?
Well, no, I went in there to, like, see if I could find any ammo, and then he burst in.
Oh fuck. I did not notice that thing. Please help me. Jesus Christ. Let's just get to the boat. This is bad. I don't know what why the timer is here. Like, what's gonna happen if we don't get time?
I mean, the oil refinery's on fire.
Oh yeah. Why is that again?
Because it is.
And it just so happens to catch fire. Man.
Wait, hold on, Null. The gas lines that we rerouted were already on fire.
Yeah, it's like
We can't be
Yeah.
blamed for that. The reason we rerouted them is because they were on fire.
safety measures. They were literally throwing fire at the walkway.
Yeah, that
know?
too.
Man, Ellie, when will we go for sushi? I need some fucking sushi. Like, hot take, sushi is very good.
I have
No.
not had sushi. I'm interested in having it, but I have not.
You should, honestly. I don't know what the cost of sushi is in your area, but oh, by the way, upgrading capacity like full mag.
Right. So is the Smith and Wesson gonna be our mag for the rest of the game?
Good question. I don't think there's another magnet, but I'm not sure. I know there's another shotgun. I don't know about magnums.
I'm gonna take the risk.
Oh no, Noel says there's a Deagle.
Wait, what?
Desert Eagle.
Okay, so don't upgrade this one.
Yeah, sushi is indeed very good. By the way, after the next like mission, I'm probably gonna have to go to bed, but I'm gonna ask you to, before I go, restart the game to see if the save is still there.
Alright.
Because if it's not, then we have a problem.
Okay, Null says that the Smith & Wesson has better armor penetration and damage, but the Deagle has better stopping power, rate of fire, and mag size. So I think I'm going to stick with the Smith & Wesson.
What happened to Irving?
Wesson, not Weston, but you know.
Wait. He can't have gone too far.
Josh.
Thanks. Take me later. We got company.
I'm on it. Got you coming.
And these dudes are real good with that boat to hit a boat while it's moving.
Hang on tight.
Ow. Ah, fuck. God, I'm just so bad at video games.
Yeah, video games be pretty hard sometimes. Kinda cringe like that.
Now, hard video games can be very cool, but still, I'm bad at them, and that is cringe. Fuck. Ow.
Well, I'm sure you can build a nice career as a video journalist.
MT Framework is a very impressive engine for just, like, working on 7th gen.
I mean, hell, if you worked on it correctly, it would fucking shit out constant 60 FPS on 7th gen, which is like, yeah.
Yeah, the first time I played Devil May Cry 4, I played it on Xbox 360, and yeah, it was no frame drops.
I mean, that was, the main one, but it's like SF4, rifle ammo, SF4, fucking,
Yeah.
Ultimate Marvel 3. It's like, that engine did the job. It was especially funny during previous gen, because previous gen, like, Epic literally came out and was like, yeah, there's no way for Unreal Engine 60 on consoles, we can't do it.
Yeah.
And literally, they had to wait until like 2011 when NetherRealm was like, well, actually.
Ah.
This is a pretty fun section.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's got that RE4 feel to it.
I mean, as much as I sometimes make fun of it, this game is or we made it co-op. I mean, it's not as good, but it's, you know, good enough.
Right.
Another game. Okay, you two know what to do.
And I need to fucking get to the pizza place in my hometown when I come home. It's so good.
Oh, Null brings
And-
up a good point. Imagine how good Gen 6 is going to feel in RE Engine.
Do you mean Gen 8? Gen 9? Gen 8? Because like Gen 6
Wait,
is
hold on.
PS2.
I think he just typoed, but I assume that he's referring to like the next console gen. Well, the current one now.
I mean, fucking...
Oh, he's talking about Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Ow.
Trying to get there.
Frick. Dude, I don't even know if I have anything to heal with, so it doesn't look like I do.
Oh,
Ugh.
I just got it while getting to. I mean,
Camera's
we
just
already
jittering
know
around.
We already know how RE Engine games run on the PS5 because DMC5 exists.
Yeah, and it runs pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it turns out that that game is pretty fog. Who the fuck? And
All right, let's go.
I am so genuinely fucking like my current lineup of PS5 games is, you know, Miles Morales, which is gonna run at 60, Godfall, which runs at 60, and DMC5 Special Edition, which runs at 60, and it's like, this is a good start for a generation.
Yeah.
Like, even if Godfall is kind of mid, which I think that game's gonna be fine, because even the most negative reviews are like, the combat is sick though. So, I'm, you know, like, cause we've read, because like me and Lunia,
Oof.
oh shit, what the fuck happened?
I guess they threw a dynamite onto our ship.
Because me and Looney are super interested in playing that game co-op, so it's like, yeah, we read those reviews came out, and basically the most negative ones are like, yeah, the story is bad, and like, there's, you know, it's not great and all that, but like, the combat is sick though. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted from this game. Like, I don't know who the fuck looked at Godfall like, oh man, what a experience this is gonna be.
I'm gonna see if I can snipe this fucker.
I
Got
don't think
him.
you have to, but like,
I got him.
okay. So I'm gonna have some fun now. Also, obviously, really excited for the next Ratchet and Clank game.
Oh, I'm definitely excited for that shit.
Like, hopefully it runs at 60.
Also, as Null points out, Final Fantasy 16 looks fucking lit.
I mean, yeah, you know, you wanna know why it's being written by it's being produced by Yoshi P. Probably written as well.
Yeah, that's
And
exactly what he said.
The main combat designer worked on Devil May Cry. You ever think about how we need more games to be Devil May Cry clones? Because I don't say that very often, but like, you know what? Yeah, you should be a Devil May Cry clone. Oh,
And-
we need to pull both the levers at the same time.
Like honestly, it's nuts how like when I heard that like Final Fantasy 16 got a trailer in that what was it, the State of Play or something like that?
It was the PS5 launch reveal.
Yeah, like yeah, I heard about that and I wasn't expecting much because of fucking, you know, Final Fantasy 15. Like I wasn't expecting to fucking pog at that shit, but that trailer was fucking great. That game looks so cool. It looks like they finally decided to make Final Fantasy good again.
And remember when that was like the first trailer of that entire thing, and it was like Final Fantasy PlayStation exclusive, and like I remember watching that with Looney and Illy, and like the first thing that Looney said after that trailer popped in was like PlayStation console exclusive. She was like, "So here's how Microsoft can still win." And Microsoft is so fucked. Holy shit. It's not even funny.
And
I mean, it is.
Mandrake trees are really cool. Or no, mangrove. That's the name of them. Mandrake is a different thing. But these trees there with the roots in the water.
You were there. We remember we were. It and
We've got to do something.
oh no, wait, no, there were two showcases. Shown and the other in which 5 was shown. So, yeah, when DMC5 Special Edition was shown, I was there only with Looney, and I posted a not.
No, I haven't been on Twitter basically all day today because I've been busy. Before this stream, I was recording Fists of Film Reel, so yeah, I've basically not been on Twitter at all today. So I haven't heard anything about Series X DRM.
Oh yeah. Apparently Series X has like some always online bullshit going on because Microsoft tried to do the same thing that they tried to do last gen. This time they just didn't tell anyone.
Oh my god!
I don't know the details, so I don't think it's as bad as the initial Xbox One pitch, but like people are talking about it and it's like, yeah, not great apparently.
Ah, god.
If Noah has more details about that, I will gladly hear it.
Okay, he says it's only on the back compat. That's so dumb. That's so fucking dumb.
Which is still insane. If you wanna do that, why would you? You know what I mean? You shouldn't be doing it at all. But if
Right.
you wanna do that, why would you do it on the old stuff? Because
Yeah.
like, just why?
Alright, yeah, Eilton says you need to download patches for the cross-gen to activate games.
Oh yeah, in case you didn't know. You wanna know what fucking smart delivery actually is?
Well, that's like... Hold on. I've heard it explained before. I've heard it explained before. I should know.
No, it's what you heard explain is that it's cross-gen. What you didn't hear is that in order to make those games work, you need to put in an Xbox One. Like, if you need to put in Xbox One disc, and based on that, the console downloads an entire digital copy of the Xbox Series X version. The only difference is you need to put the disc in to run it.
Oh,
Like,
God.
nothing from the disc is used.
Just get out of here, Josh. It's too dangerous.
So basically what I'm saying is Microsoft.
You just cut out after Micros.
Microsoft is fucked.
Like, well, the thing is, like, people are like always like fucking willing to tolerate this kind of shit from them, you know? Like, Microsoft should have been done after the Xbox One launch. But anyway.
I mean, the reason why people tolerate that stuff is because Game Pass is a good deal, and that's it. Like, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm repeating my point because, again, me and Looney had a lot of discussions about Xbox right now, since, you know, she wanted to get the Series X, but hearing the DRM and like, smart delivery stuff made her really not want that anymore. But like, just because the fucking Game Pass is such a good deal, like, there is not a single thing outside of that Microsoft is doing good right now. They don't have games, they don't have any special hardware, like the Series S is just a trap. That's it. The Series S is just a fucking trap.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's literally all it is, considering that it has 300 gigabytes of storage space for an for a fucking digital-only console.
Nicole, that's one Call of Duty. That's literally, you install one Call of Duty, your hard drive is gone. That's it.
God.
Like, there's nothing Microsoft does well, but people simp for them because Game Pass is a good deal, and that's it. Like, and we talked about this multiple times. You know what's a not great demographic to aim for while trying to sell your video game console? People who don't care about video games, because those are people who like want to go on all digital of Game Pass and not own a video game.
Yeah, basically.
Like, the only
I mean, it's the
reason-
same deal as Stadia, basically.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't even notice that there were the forward side turrets as well, and I could have been shooting at him while he was on your side the whole time. I had no idea.
Yeah, there's also the bazooka turret, but it's not great. Like, the only reason in which buying a Series S is a somewhat viable purchase, and even then, I would advise against it, is if you are the sports person fan, and you just want to play your FIFA every year, and that's about, and maybe one other game, and that's about it.
Right.
Like, in any other circumstances, the Series S is like a worthless piece of junk. Like, it's the worst console. Like, you know how people were shitting on the PSP Go when that came out?
Yeah.
Like, at least the PSP Go was a somewhat good idea, just way too early for that type of idea of an all-digital console. The Series S is like worthless. It has no upsides whatsoever, and it wouldn't have any no matter.
I mean, that's always the case and all. There's never enough there's never enough like stock like immediately at launch, cuz frankly it would not be like feasible to manufacture that amount and like get them out to stores.
I mean, honestly, like, the reason why I feel like the reason why there's enough stock of Xboxes right now, at least here in Poland, compared to the PS5, is because people just don't want those things. Like, who the fuck wants an Xbox now, outside of people who want to play Game Pass and, I don't know, I guess brand loyalty? I'm sorry if my thoughts are a little bit chaotic, but fish.
Ow.
So yeah, anyway, no, if you have like,
Ugh.
if you have anything more about that Xbox like DRM thing, you can post the link in the streaming Discord we got set up. So I don't know, if there's enough time we might read about it, because I'm really curious to see what exactly is that thing, because I haven't had any detail about it other than it's probably bad.
Ow. Oh, there he is.
I mean, let me rephrase that. I don't think somehow stupid for buying a Xbox, because many people are like, you know, saying, like, are thinking that's what I'm saying. What I mean is that, like, no one wants that thing because it's not a desirable product outside of, like, if you are a content creator, I guess.
What's changed?
Or you specifically want Halo and Geek.
Is that it?
In any other circumstance, a PlayStation is just a way better deal.
you know about me?
All your answers await ahead, Chris. In that cave. If you can survive long enough to get them. Italian's not so bad. But it's not gonna change anything. You're still screwed.
We're wasting time here.
Chris.
Poor bastard.
Now what?
We keep going.
So basically, the end of chapter 3 is when this starts to exist. Oh god, I have like...
Hiding shotgun available.
Wait, there's a new shotgun? Let me see.
Yeah, it's the M3. I mean, it's probably not new to you, but it's new to me.
Oh yeah, I already have one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do some inventory management, cutscene play, and then we're gonna... And if you don't mind, I would like to see this note set on stream if you're okay with that.
Sure. Yeah, let me swap out my shotgun here.
Sure.
I don't know when I'm gonna end up checking out Cyberpunk 2077, but probably not at launch.
I got the pre-order, but I'm probably gonna run that bit on my PS4 to see how bad it is. But I'm not gonna like, you know, attempt to play that game completely on a PS4. Like, here's the thing: I have a Pro, so I should be technically fine. But like, I am willing to bet actual money that the Xbox One version is like a fucking nightmarish hellscape.
So the M3 is the shotgun we use for the rest of the game, right?
No, there's
Okay.
a striker equivalent.
Alright.
So yeah, it's...
Pyro says, I'm gonna pirate Cyberpunk 2077 because that's the cyberpunk thing to do. Very true.
I mean, Pog.
So this is the place he was talking about.
Man, Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be
Both the woman used to get away.
single in that about the corporation driving their employees into insanity from overworking. If there is a single node like that in that game, it's gonna be really, really, really funny.
Ouroboros project as well.
I guess there's nothing I can do to stop you. I will call HQ and try to get the withdrawal order rescinded. We'll also try to get you back up. Try not to get yourselves killed.
That name Irving said. Excella.
Heard it before?
That's the name of the director of Chrysos African Division.
Do you think she can be connected to Irving?
It's possible, but I don't have any proof.
Trisel. There is a connection. What does that mean for Africa?
Not sure.
Oh, about how much longer before you wanted to head out, Wolf?
I mean, I wanted after this cutscene, so you
Okay.
know, we can just yeah, override my current
Yeah.
equipment status.
Okay, so yeah, it told me
And,
save successful just now, so let's give it a try. Oh,
And I'm gonna take a look at the thing that Null sent. Sorry. Okay, he sent 2 links to a Twitter thing. Let me see the first one. If you can, check the RE5 save if it worked this time.
Yeah, I'm rebooting now.
Xbox Series X owners, we've tested ourselves and heard reports that installing disc Xbox One games to the system will end with being unable to play them without being connected to the internet. This is online DRM and it's neither a glitch it's either a glitch or has been snuck inside the system. And yeah, there's a screenshot of this game isn't ready yet. Go online to finish installing it.
So the save is intact. I went into the chapter select and it's given me all the chapters that we've gotten to so far.
Try restarting the game just in case.
I mean, I just did.
Oh yeah, okay, you did that.
Yeah.
I mean, you booted the game off and booted it on again.
I mean, that's what I did.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading the thing. Sorry, you know, I might be a bit paranoid, but after last time, it's like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, no, I exited the game and then booted it again, and it's got my save.
Looking into this, I recall Xbox One disc games in prototype hardware and did it do the same test on the retail hardware before posting a review. I've reproed the "you need to be online" issue on final Xbox Series X hardware with my only Xbox One disc lying around, Guitar Hero Live. Not a comprehensive answer to this question, but it's not looking good. So yeah. That's pretty much as real of a confirmation as we get that playing Xbox One disc games on your Series X, and I assume Series S as well, requires internet connection. Microsoft finally did it. They finally fucking did it.
Yep.
The idiots fucking did it. It took them 7 years, but they did it. The dream of the original Xbox is real. Well, what a fucking mess. Like, and I have to yet again I have to ask, why only the backwards compatible games? Like, this seems like something you would want to do to the, you know, current hotness, not your back compat.
Yeah, it's a very strange choice in general. I don't care for it.
Neither do I. Like, I guess, and you know what? I know why Looney doesn't want a Series X anymore, because she straight up said, I want this to play my Xbox One games better. There's nothing Microsoft is making that looks interesting. And she's like a gigantic Halo fan, but Halo Infinite looks like garbage. So, yeah.
Ilton says, if you don't have an internet connection, we have a product just for you. Xbox 360.
I mean, I guess the quote now,
God.
like, just for you, the Xbox One.
Ugh.
I can't believe they brought it back. It's like, Nicole?
Yep.
What if? Okay, what if? What if this exists only for the Xbox One games because Microsoft wants to keep the meme alive?
It's the best viral marketing they have. People making fun of their console for being bad.
It's like, what if this fucking Xbox One backwards compatibility only DRM exists so that they just can have a meme from 2013 come back? And that's their entire strategy.
An exec somewhere, we need memes about the Xbox Series X. What do we got? Well, sir, we haven't come up with a single meme since 2013 when we just pissed everyone off. Well, then do that again. Oh, God.
And then he goes like, and bring back the Kinect. we can't do that. I'm not taking no for an answer. Bring me back.
Oh, God.
Next year, Microsoft just announced free. No, it announces the Connect free, and this time it's gonna be it sees black people now.
Dragon Knight says they will bring the Connect back. Mark his words. He says mock, but I assume he means mark.
I will not mock your words. I will mock them.
Also,
Back.
also, Ilton says, please don't vape into your sex box. Did you see that tweet, Wolf?
I did see the tweet of like, yeah, just don't vape into your sex box, please.
Or well, I mean that was one tweet, but like what I thought was being referenced was like somebody posted a video of like their Series X with like smoke exuding from it, and somebody else
On fire.
yeah some Microsoft stand like quote tweeted like the video of it with smoke coming out and being like, wow, I can't believe somebody just fucking like just fucking blew vape into his Xbox's vent just so he could film it coming back out, so to pretend that it broke. Because I mean, like I saw the video and like that smoke was coming out of there for a while. I'm sure that it was just like a hardware failure, which isn't like the fact that there was a hardware failure is not indicative that like the Series X is doomed or anything. Like I've never seen a hardware release completely failure free. You know, like sometimes hardware fails. That's why they have warranties.
I mean, statistics like you literally statistics literally tell you there is no chance now that 100% of like a fresh batch of a product that hasn't been tested for long periods of time won't be fucked up.
Yeah, well, it's like how when the Switch came out, like a handful of them, you know, like got damaged by putting them into or out of the dock, and it's like that wasn't because the Switch was just terrible. That was because hardware failures in a certain number of a launch is just like that's unavoidable. Like that's just what happens.
Yeah, so like, you know, it's probably that thing was real, but that doesn't mean every Xbox is gonna go out in smoke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like,
you know, some of them are gonna be fucked up, just like some of the PS5s are gonna be fucked up. It's just how this works.
Yeah, it's like it's really weird to me how like some people will jump on like any example of hardware failure to be like, oh, this entire fucking line is doomed, and then you've got other people who are doing the thing that tweet I mentioned did, where it was just like, oh, you're faking it. You're just trying to pretend that there was a hardware failure. There was no hardware failure. You blew vape into your Xbox's vent.
How the fuck? You saw that video. How much, like, what fucking lung capacity do you need to blow this much vape constantly?
Yeah, no, there was a shitload coming out of it, and it was like yeah, it was consistent.
What sort of whale-sized lungs do you have?
Also, apparently, MatPat had some sort of take. I don't know if this was in a video or a tweet or something. Quote, "The Mandalorian proves the Empire was right." End quote.
Donald Trump proves that Hitler was right.
Okay, yeah, Pyro says it was a video. And as she puts it, maybe not a good idea to say that the fucking space Nazis were right.
Yeah, I was like, what redeeming You know what? I had this conversation before. You know what? The Empire is fucking sick. I love the Stormtrooper design. I love the design. I love the TIE Fighter. I think there are a lot of very cool things about the Empire.
Sure.
Like, you know, notice that I don't mean any of their ideological stuff. No, they are huge fucking racists.
I mean, yeah, their ideology is just literally space fascism. Like, that's it.
So, you know, maybe, just maybe, like, what brain worms, what sort of fucking plagas brain parasites do you have to look at the Empire ideology and be like, you know what, those guys have some good ideas, I don't know, maybe we should kill all the aliens. Maybe we should blow up a couple of planets.
Yeah, just literally like, oh, you think that it's a bad thing to blow up a planet just for the sake of intimidating a political prisoner? Sounds like you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah, what a cock.
Dragon Knight says Mother's Basement probably wrote that. True.
Yeah, you know, Alderaan Move, fucking cock, fucking lip tort.
God. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
end the stream here. Since
Yeah,
yeah.
next week more A5.
Yeah, and I looked at like the chapter select, and we're already like basically halfway through the game, so I think there's a good chance we'll probably finish it next week.
Probably. Here's the thing. I remember the last couple of chapters being a bit longer, but I might. So
Okay.
if it goes well, we will just finish RE5 next week and then do whatever.
Right.
So yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yep. And I'll be here on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'll probably be streaming Guilty Gear Double X Accent Core Plus R with Frog, because it just got its rollback update. So he and I are wanting to get into it.
I wish I could be there, because I would be super down to play that game online.
But yeah, so yeah, y'all have a good rest of your night, day, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. I know for Wolf it's like very late at night right now.
Night.
Yeah. So,
Literally.
yeah. So yeah, the rest of you, wherever else you might be, yeah, have a good whatever it is.